And we are live. Hey, y'all.
Hi. I hate this
I feel
camera.
like I'm on top of the camera today.
I feel like I'm looking sideways because the pictures are on the other side of this screen here.
So, what's up, Sue?
What's up, Sue? I don't know. I woke up late. Yesterday, I woke up so late that I was thinking if I woke up the same time tomorrow, you'd be doing it alone.
That's right. That's why I sent you a message this morning to make sure you were up and you weren't playing on the internet all night.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I avoided auctions last night, and we went to. I was on the phone with customer service at what is
Hey,
it called?
G.
Hey G. It's called PayPal because they said request money and people who want to just pay you friends and family will pay you friends and family, and people who want goods and services can pay you goods and services. So someone asked please for an invoice, which is fine, and I have no problem. I made it out, I sent it, but I put the wrong email. So then I tried to cancel it and redo it, and then they were like no. And then I canceled the original request and the first invoice.
Uh-huh.
The second invoice, they gave it the same number as the other invoice. It was such a nightmare. I was on the phone with two different customer service people. I missed half the concert. We dragged to the concert and the concert was canceled. So it was like 2 hours of my life plus the concert got canceled. And
Lisa.
anyway, hey Lisa. Hey Yarn again. What is
Yarn
your
again.
real name? I'm gonna call you
She
Yarn.
prefers yarn again.
Oh, good. I'm gonna call you
That's
that.
easy.
It's much easier like that when people put what they want to be called
Right.
in their
Lisa,
name.
I went on a Lisa binge.
Did you?
Your dog is so flipping cute. Hey,
Hey,
Pam.
Pam's here. Hi, Pam. How's it going? Hope you got a fridge. I'm crossing my fingers for you, Pam. It's so hard. I was gonna say to you or ask you.
She said to tell you her given name is Teresa. I don't like to give
Got hi.
people's names unless they say it's okay.
All right,
So
Pam. I got my fridge at a scratch and dent place, and it was actually way cheaper than a regular store.
she said it's
And
coming Friday.
the only thing dented was it's coming Friday. Good. The only thing dented was the handle, which I figured I'd dent in a week anyway. You
I
know what?
know, Lisa.
My kitchen is old. At this point, if I don't get scratch and dent, any appliance is going to stand out like a sore thumb. So I might as well get one that looks like it's been through something.
I should have done a short, Lisa, on my poor little baby yesterday. You know, we have our church garage sale going on. And I pulled a sticker that said $2. It was a piece of masking tape and it was stuck to the back of her leg.
You're talking about a figurine, right?
No, my baby. My
You're,
baby.
you're
I
like
pulled
little
a piece of
princess?
tape off of something that I bought at the church garage sale and it stuck to my baby's leg. So this morning I'm holding her hair and trying to use alcohol and stuff to pull it off. But she survived, no lost hair,
Oh,
and
okay. Oh.
we did it not painfully. So pick up your labels, guys, when you take them
I'm
off.
so.
If you have pets.
Lisa wants to hear the story again.
Do what?
Lisa wants to hear the story again. I believe it's about the invoice, right? I sent a customer who bought some stuff for me a request for money, which she can then answer like
You
goods and
sound
service.
low.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I still low? Can you all hear me? Anyway, so I put it as friends and family, and she could select goods and services, and then she sent me an email right away. Please send it as an invoice. So I canceled it, and I started again, and I did an invoice, and then they wouldn't let me send it, and then I realized I put two M's in the first letter instead of one M, so I canceled it out, redid it, and they wouldn't let me send out that. It says call customer service. So I had a concert to go to. But I call customer service, and my husband's like, "Why can't we leave it?" I said, "I need to get this done." So because the person was waiting on it, if she wasn't waiting on it, it wouldn't have mattered, I guess. Well, I ended up speaking to 2 customer service agents, and all they kept saying to me was, just send it out as a request, and she can choose she could choose goods and services, and it's not going to be any kind of problem. But she kept saying, I want an invoice. So I said, can't you just cancel everything out for me? Please, PayPal. And finally, she paid it, and everything went through. But I was an hour late for the concert, so we walked to the concert door, and it says cancel. And I was like, oh, well. So that was several hours of my life. Anyway, the concert's today, and we had another concert to go to, so we have to decide what we're going to do. The key to my happy marriage is to let my husband see concerts a lot, because he likes music.
You know, I learned that the hard way with PayPal. It'll let you edit the name, it'll let you edit the address, but it will not let you edit the email. So you have to cancel it totally out, then start over and make a new one. You can't copy it or anything.
Okay, well, my problem was I tried to edit, I suppose, and they said nope, it wouldn't work. You know, I know the dog wants to go poop, I suppose.
Let that baby go poop.
The nerve. Anyway,
I know. But couldn't he do that before the show?
Oh, he was out about 3 times already. But you know, the first time he's probably just smelling if there was like a rabbit to chase, and the second time is probably to see like what his sister did in the yard, and then he doesn't really do much until he's desperate. So anyway, it's
rude, Suzy.
I'm being rude. Well, now when he starts crying, we know he's kind of serious about that. Oh well, now I really want to go.
Yeah, that is the downfall of auctions, Lisa, when you have screw ups and, you know, like, and I usually know if somebody doesn't pay, double check your emails that you put in there, because more than likely it's wrong. And if it is right, then it's on them. But a lot of times it's because you have the wrong email, because most people pay right away. Ella is so funny. Did you hear her yesterday? She goes, "Do not ghost me." It was so funny. Well, I mean, my girl just puts it out there.
I feel there was one person who recently said to me, "I don't remember ordering what I ordered," and I sent her photographs. I sent her even like a picture of the chat saying that she bought it, and she just blocked me. So I was like, "You're kidding me." So she blocked my
Hey, Jane.
Hi, Jane. And I was like, fine. You know, she could have just said, look, I don't know why I bought that. I was, you know, whatever. Leave buying. Please cancel it. I would have said, okay.
Right.
Since she just kept saying, please send me a photograph. I sent her photographs, but she's like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking by. Look, I understand you get caught up in the moment sometimes. And when, you know, I was selling a $240 sweater for $5, I thought, you know, she wanted it.
Right. I don't blame Ella either, Lisa. And that's the thing. And I started making that comment. You know, if you have a problem, if something came up and you can't pay it, but you still want it, let me know. Hey, Joanne, why are you not blue? I know I made you blue last time. Or maybe that was on Suzy's channel that you were.
Oh yeah, Pam was saying we're keeping an eye on that person, and we've been making an announcement about doing that right now. Yeah, I was almost thinking about contacting her on another email, but I figured then that would be aggravating. But people,
and that's the thing. Just reach out,
or say I need to wait till the 1st of the month or the 15th of the month, or you know. And I'll give people a chance to pay. I don't mind. And I almost feel bad sending one little thing to California. I feel like maybe they'll come to a different auction and buy something. So I might hold it a week. Jennifer
is there.
So
hey, Jeffrey.
If everybody, let me introduce Pam.
Helen Vintage, welcome.
Welcome. Well,
I saw you on Johnny's channel this morning.
can I introduce Pam, by the way? A little old
Yes,
and
I
little.
think we all know Pam, but go ahead and introduce Pam. Go ahead.
I don't think she's been to our show before. She runs
Yes,
she
she
runs several
has.
auctions, but some of them are for Mr. Bislot, and some of them are for herself, and some of them are with It's About to Get Real, Kim. And she has some fantastic stuff. So if you like vintage, if you like memorabilia, ephemera, she's doing auctions like Christmas auctions. I mean, stuff like a lot of us are doing, but she's just fun to watch and very nice lady. Check her out.
Yes. And we're
Follow.
going to be on. Is Pam on with Kim this Friday?
I think Pam and Amber are running it because Kim's going to be out of town. So
Okay.
Dawn and myself are going to be on that reseller. What is it called? A reseller something.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're both okay with it, it's fine. I have somebody who reached out and said, hey, I need some time, and that's cool with me, but just let me know. So whether I need to auction it or list it or whatever, and not hold on to it, that's the key. Communication.
That's the thing too, because I sometimes, when I used to auction a couple years ago, and the person who auctioned with me said, don't seal up your bags. And I go, why? And she said, because you will invariably lose a lot of packing material opening them up when the people don't give you. And I said, really? And she said, yeah, really. And she goes, I have started to bill separately, like the item and then the shipping. I don't do that. But I have lost a lot of packing material by opening up stuff. Hey, here's a new person too. Hi, Pearl. Revive It Sisters. Now you're going to tell me she was here last week or he was here. No, it's sisters. It's girl.
Oh my God, Jennifer.
Hi.
There it is, Jennifer. I am so sorry. You know what I did? I was putting my new thumbnail on it, and I made it private to check it, and now it's public, and I screwed up. So sorry. It's there, Jennifer. Please forgive me, Jennifer.
Lisa's saying,
Jennifer.
Lisa's saying she scored a lot of goodies on Glamour's Classy Crap auction last night.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't know that it was happening, but maybe it was better for me to not be there.
Heather and Shane, they are my neighbors. Oh, yes, the Revive It Sisters. Cool. You know what? We made them blue on Suzy's channel yesterday. And, last week, not mine. And I can't get to it because
I'm just
moderator thingy, because it's under the heart. Oh, there we go.
I don't even mind if people say to me, I have a brain injury and I buy things by accident.
Pearl didn't oversleep today.
Good. Pearl, it's early for you. It's understandable.
I know it's early for Pearl. She's just having her first cup of coffee. I wish I had another cup of coffee.
It's early for me too, and I'm 3 hours later.
I wonder if my son heard that. Well, maybe.
Well, this is, if anybody's interested, occasionally we show jewelry, we show things we have. We ask the viewers their idea, like for instance, I have an old record needle. I was wondering if it was worth anything. I know somebody who does collect them, it would be worth it to her. Mm-hmm. But so, sometimes opinions about stuff. Look what I found in a drawer, and can I get anything for it?
Yeah, right. Well, Heather, welcome to my channel, because I know you won Suzy's last week, so welcome to mine.
And Jeffrey maybe we should mention Jeffrey lives near. We're talking about this, but Jeffrey, you live near a really nice beach. I have to say, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, he has some beautiful water scenes and stuff.
I'm jealous about that beach.
Very nice.
I used to go to Newport, Rhode Island every summer. Love it there.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yes, that's right. Someone please bring daughter coffee. Thank you, Pearl. They're new. Look, they got little cutesies. Thank you, Pearl. I kind of like
they are pretty. It's interesting how people notice, because when you tried them on for me the first time, I said they look like your old glasses, but a little more thick around the edges.
These, Pearl, I'm not bragging, but they're Tiffany. No,
Well, they really are Tiffany, and
they are. I sure could use some coffee.
they're
Yeah,
Tiffany
they
glasses.
got
And
pretty.
like, Dawn, that's pretty fancy schmancy for you.
It is
I'm not
fancy, but no, the only reason why I got them is because it were the only ones in the shape I wanted. Thank you, Pam. Hey, Harry. What's up, Harry?
Hey, Harry. Are you
Yeah, I
doing
was so delirious.
Harry?
You know, I get delirious when I stay up too long or do too much. So I was telling Garrett, I said, oh, Friday, you know, I have like the auction, the deal of the dawns. And then after that, you know, we go on with.
Is it a reseller roundup they call it, I think?
Yeah, that one. And you have, no, I don't have Alexa, but I have a son.
I'm waiting for Alexa. You're going to get a delivery from the local.
Right. So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh,
You were
no.
saying you get delirious when you do too much in one day.
Oh, yeah. So he goes, that's okay. He says, I'm going to stay at work all night. So, like last night, I was like, yeah, I get so emotional. And I don't know if it's, you know, all my ailments and stuff. And I just get so emotional. Like, and Marie goes, there she goes, crying again. You know, it was like, y'all just leave me alone. And then I cried because my baby had the tape stuck to it, and it just nothing goes right. And I was just, and I just kind of cried myself to sleep. It was just stupid. I know. And my doctor didn't either. I go to Lens Crafters. I don't know who has Lens Crafters here, but they have some pretty glasses. And so, oh, you use Alexa when he doesn't hear me. Well, my son's he's really good about keeping the dogs for me while I do, you know, my live, because Bella will want to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes and she'll come in here barking. So Precious will just lay on my lap, which she's doing now, but Bella will bark. So he kind of keeps them in check for me. And he's my good coffee maker. So Thomas makes really good coffee. And you know, yeah, I've come to the conclusion. My head is crooked. My eyes are crooked since I had those Botox from my migraines. Because you see, look, these glasses look crooked too.
Come here.
So I'm gonna have to go make them crooked so that.
Show people
Zinni got a pair from Zinni. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what Zinni is.
I think it's is it an online store?
Oh, okay.
Lauren's waving.
I like the dark, you know. One ear is lower than the other. Well, you know, I never had this problem, Jane, until I got the Botox for my migraine. And I had one eye that drooped. Hey, Norton. And ever since then, and I told him, I said, Dr. Monat, one eye is drooping. He says, don't worry about it. It'll come back. Well, it didn't, because one is still crooked.
Helen?
Yes, it is better.
It's so much better when other people make it, but they have to know how to make coffee.
Right. Is it Helen? Helen? Love all the pups. And I think people think when we say in the doghouse, it's a show about dogs.
Or we're like in trouble.
Okay, cool.
Norton! People are looking. Can we get rid of that banner for a second?
So okay.
How he looks?
Harry said it's an online where you can get cheap glasses, and he just picked up the tortoiseshell Humstone special.
Can you get rid of that banner so if Norton pops his setup, we could see him?
Can I get rid of your banner? Sure.
Thanks.
She doesn't like my banners ever, but it's okay. There we go.
Hey!
Everybody knows us anyway. I have a question, y'all. Does anybody here sew? And the reason why I'm asking is I was into a phase where my granddaughter was into American Girl dolls. And I have all these patterns. I print it and everything. If somebody's willing to pay shipping, I will give them to you and I'll show them to you. I just hate them. I don't want to throw them away because I put a lot of work.
Jane says she sews. So she's saying yes to the question of, does anybody sew?
Does anybody want these?
That's
And look, I have them in cute little bags. It's the patterns for the American Girl doll stuff. Thank you, Jennifer. Wait, let me change this to the sideways one for a
Unless
second.
anybody wants them now, Reseller Roundup might work for you.
I have all these. Okay, what does anybody want these? They're cute little patterns. I don't, because I feel like, because I printed them off the internet, I don't know if I could sell them. I mean, they're free to print.
For cheap at the Reseller Roundup. Just say like,
I mean, can you sell these after you print them? They're copyright.
So what?
But they give you the thing that you can
for it. Just say, I have 25 patterns for $2 and sell them.
I would just feel better just giving them to somebody. If you pay the shipping, I will give them to you. Look, I even have the little miniature things that you can print to make the little foams.
Amber might want it. She does a lot of crocheting.
Well, I'll ask again if nobody here wants them. But, I mean, it's a lot of patterns. I don't know why. What made me think I would sew them? Look how cute, y'all.
I understand the feeling. I always want to, I always want to crochet. And I bought some yarn.
I mean, there's plenty.
And then I make like 30 squares and I never sew them together. And then I give it away or throw it away, or I don't throw it away. I give it to like Goodwill. And then I don't know. I mean,
the other things I printed.
I was really interested in learning how to turn wood. And then I thought, oh my gosh, that could be like $500 worth of equipment and more stuff that I use here.
Oh, look at these, y'all. I made these. The little Starbucks coffees and the little things for the candies and stuff. Anyhow.
Did you just like print it out and then put it on cardboard? Is that how that works?
No, you can just print it in paper and fold them and make the little boxes. They were so cute. But I bought these little cups, little clear cups. And then you buy, I forgot what it was, this other thing. I bought the different components and I made little mini Starbucks. You use like this puff paint and you use like you could use like caulking and stuff, and it makes like, you know, it was cute, and it made like little Starbucks coffees. So did you change that thing back again?
To what?
To that.
No,
I had done that. No, I had put it that way and then it went back.
Well, I thought we looked better,
yeah,
bigger.
Dawn can be crafty. Before I was reselling, I was very crafty, y'all. Now it's like I don't have time to like. Well, I was gonna say I don't have time to eat, but I do, because I do. But anyway,
I'm looking at here and changing at different times is what you're doing, and I'm like, I put it back to big because at some point, I don't know. I figured you showed enough where.
How
you
rude
should
of
sell
you.
it.
Auction them off.
Thing you already paid for that thing, and you're just selling the paper basically. And
no,
then
I didn't pay
look
for
at
them.
those
They were.
I
mean, you print them. They made them available to print. So. Halen said she thought that wasn't the middle finger. She thought she was waving.
Did she flip us the bird? That's funny.
That makes me think of Cody.
That's all right. You can flip us off. I'm
sure plenty of people flip us off.
when people honk or give me the finger, like who's this for? Everybody's cutting everybody off.
Pressure. Not wait. Wrong camera, TJ. Wait, let me hear Thomas.
Hey,
Here you
Tom.
go.
Hi, Tom.
This is
Tom,
my
TJ. TJ.
yeah. Oh, he's back to TJ. For a while, he wanted to be called Thomas. At first, it was TJ, then Thomas. Now it's back to TJ. That's about the break. That's about the break. I got shit everywhere, y'all. Anyhow,
Look, when
thank
people are in a car and they honk, do you really think that they're going to say, "Oh, well, now I'm going to be good," and obey the law? I don't think so. They're not.
Pick something up. I don't know. We'll see.
Always.
Now he wants to pick out something for dinner. He wants to make sure I cook.
It's the finger is kind of like at some point it's like, hey, when people give me the finger, I wave and pretend I know them. I'm like, that makes them more upset when you're like friendly.
Wait, I missed something. Oh, G! Thank you, G.
I missed that. It's so small. I'm like,
Jennifer says she deleted hers.
You could delete things?
I wonder how long my Deal of the Dawn's thumbnail was missing. I think it was just when I did the thing. Oh, you like my cup, Pearl? It was thrifted, I'm sure.
It's cute. Do I have old dogs in the house? I gotta like check. I heard one.
I have so many cups. All my cups are mismatched because I thrift the ones I like. And nobody else uses cups but me. And lately, I've been making them fix my... Uh-oh. Norton's in trouble. No. Wait, did you see the two things I sent you? On Messenger?
No, I did not.
So I sent her a golden retriever because, her golden retriever ate her antique coffee table. So Norton is bad. But anyway, this lady, apparently their golden retriever ate the legs on their chairs. So they put like 2-liter bottles around the chair. They put 2-liter bottles around the chair legs because the golden retriever ate the chair legs. So it was clear. So it was funny because he kept trying to bite the 2-liter bottle. And then there was another golden retriever who grabbed some man's pack of buns.
I saw that one. That was very funny. That was hysterical to me. And I said, that really does look like Norton. He chewed on, we put flower pots. We put our coffee table legs into flower pots because he was just laying there. And if anything was close to his mouth, he would go and start chewing on it. So it kind of was bigger than his mouth.
Wait, Precious, you're going to get stuck. She jumped off my chair through the armhole of my chair.
My dog. He's kind of chilled out. But Tony threw my shoes yesterday on the dog bed. And I said, that's just giving him, that's just like saying my shoe is a toy.
No, Jennifer, I didn't. I'm sorry. I never got that.
Oh, that's sad.
I didn't get anything strange or, like that I wasn't expecting. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's sweet.
I know, right, Jennifer? That would make me mad. I still owe Lindsay her pin that she won. Well, actually, somebody else won it and they gifted it to her. So I got to send that out. But I got to get Lindsay. I think I have Lindsay's address because I sent that other thing to her.
You did.
18 in the house this morning, y'all. Woohoo!
That's sweet.
That is sweet. What are you doing?
I'm not even close to the thing. I'm not touching anything.
Did y'all see her finger do this? I saw it.
I was checking the chat, but I didn't do anything to our photographs like that. That I did.
I know. And then you're going to upset Bobby.
Well, that means Bobby's going to come now. She don't come until I do that. She doesn't come.
Right.
It says cropped layout. I don't like that the camera, that the setup, like, I wish we could adjust if it's on the left or the right for me. because I'm looking at the camera over here, and then the pictures of you is over there.
Suzy, Greg says stop fingering the screen. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
I know, right, Heather? It's like, it's crazy that them dogs act up all the time.
It's so hot today. I'm having a private summer again.
That's right. To the left, to the left. Dawn is to the left. Except on Suzy's channel.
I'm so hot.
Oh, God. Somebody blow on her or some. Oh, wait. That didn't sound good. Fan her. Somebody fan her. Oh, God.
Norton's looking at me like, what?
So I went to get my infusion yesterday.
Look at the Coopers.
Hey, Nord. He looks so sad. Like, oh, Mom, you online again?
They're so cute.
Yes, is cool.
His sister's outside, and
so he's sad because his sister's outside and he can't go see what she's doing.
But look, he's dozing off. You can see his eyes getting heavy. His eyes just shut.
Jennifer says, no thanks, and not blowing Suzy.
And nobody.
Right, Greg? All this fingering and blowing. Oh, and it's early in the morning, y'all. I know. Isn't he pretty, Pearl?
Can't even see. Love Norton. He is pretty. I kept saying, you're such a pretty dog for a boy. You're pretty. He looks like, did you ever see the dog that does Teddy Tuesday? The guy who he makes like, he's gotten a lot of sponsors. This dog looks just like Norton, and he's very, very, he's making his own dog food. That's for sure. It's Teddy, and he does Teddy Tuesday, this guy. And he takes this dog that looks just like Norton on little adventures on Tuesdays. And Lisa wants me to do dog shorts. I will.
I know. I try, but then I don't know.
I would love to take a dog. I would love Norton to earn his own kibbles. That would be so nice. Or his chicken cutlet,
right?
Whatever I feed him.
There's a lot of
make some money.
A lot of shoot, I can't think. Golden's on. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. How's it going? Does she do nails?
Well, it says
nails by Jamie.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be a carpenter, you know. So,
Jamie, do you do nails?
She could be a carpenter. I'm pretty sure it's probably real nails.
I'm so bad. I've been trying to watch, people's videos. I got to Lisa and her beautiful dog, Ginger. Is it Ginger Rose or is it just Ginger?
She's Ginger Rose, just like
Ginger
my
Rose.
Email.
So I was watching Ginger Rose, and yes, she does.
I want to look at that.
Angela.
I watched the last time I saw Lisa's video. She was driving through New Jersey.
Yeah, well, I saw her crossing the bridge, and I told her we crossed a couple bridges when we went to your house. So we stayed in Pennsylvania at this. I got to turn the sound off on my phone. We stayed in Pennsylvania across the river, one of the, that river, across one of those bridges, and it was pretty cool. And they had some cute little towns. We even went thrifting there. We made Tony and Garrett thrift. They didn't say anything. They were very.
Where we were was probably, we were like very far north, I'd say, of where Lisa lives. Like, cause we were over by, I think it's like Washington County, and I don't even know the name of the county.
If we went one way, we crossed one bridge. If we went another way, we crossed another bridge.
I don't know if
one was bigger.
If you know Frenchtown, and like there's New Hope, Frenchtown, then the next town up. We were all the way over there.
Oh no, Chris! Pearl says she loves Norton. He's so pretty. Chris broke glass yesterday. You know, Chris?
What are you gonna do?
I know. I hope it was like chip glass that you broke. Because
if
you broke the good stuff, Chris, you and I are gonna have to talk. Hi, Norma Kay. How'd you hear about us? Welcome.
It's like I threw away a crystal ashtray the other day.
Well,
It had,
I did break some glass in
it
the
had 4
dumpster.
flea bites. I couldn't. I just said,
Um,
I'm gonna try.
I know. I know.
Hi, Norma. Welcome.
Welcome, Norma. Are you from one of our like little groupie channels, or
No, focus.
did you
Mark.
find us searching? Greg is here. Greg was the first person here. Frenchtown. Yes, that was it. I think one of them was Frenchtown, and I forget what the other one was. The other one was on the other side. Mark is rubbing off on Chris. Well, Chris better stop all that humbug. I can tell you that.
Don't do that.
Oh, he had a avalanche in the garage. Broken glass was the end result. Okay, well, as long as you. Oh, okay, cool. Well, let me make you a blue person. She's been watching us on other channels.
Oh, sweet. Well, welcome. I'm glad you came by.
Yeah, welcome.
We're
For our
we're
shenanigans and stuff.
we're not selling anything yet today.
No, not today. But tomorrow on Deals of the Dawn. So
I'm
if you're
gonna
not
be,
if you're not subbed, please sub. And then next week we're going to be on Suzy Woozy's channel, who has a lot of rules, but it's okay because I'm not allowed to touch the thing. I'm not allowed to tell people hello first. She has a lot of rules. I don't know what's up with her. And then
keep
she
talking
switches
like that. You're gonna have a lot of time.
I'll have a lot more rules, right? I think, Chris, after I go mail my packages, I may go to the booth today.
I'm gonna mail.
Okay, cool. Thank you. She's been subbed for a while.
I have 2 packages to mail, and we should. What's my channel here? I forgot already how to catch it. It's just it's Suzy Woozy.
It's Suzy.
Suzy Woozy, and then there's numbers like 25.
Oh, look, Jennifer put her name. I'm gonna go back in the chat and I'm gonna sub to everybody. Can I do it while I'm online? Like, will it not go to channel? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say hi.
Already.
People could.
I'm already subscribed to you, Norma.
People.
Hey, Cameron.
Cameron, welcome, Cameron.
So I want to know what everybody's doing today.
I'm going to the post office.
Take the glass I left behind. Yes, I took the glass under the shelf. I left behind in the basket last time, so make sure you get it. I didn't see it. Well, I almost fell last time. And then my mom was bending over, and I grabbed the back of her head to stop me. I almost broke her neck. Yeah, I'm on a PC. So it worked. It went in another one.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm on.
Hey, Belle, how are you?
And
haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is good. It was left behind the base with the record. Oh, okay. I saw the one under the baker's rack. Y'all, it is so nice not to have a migraine today. I had one every day for a week. I went for my infusion yesterday. Since he doubled the dose, it's so much better.
Oh, okay, good.
Jewelry by Denise.
I was looking at my phone and I saw Pearl's Palomino, and I started to think, who's that? And then I'm like, oh, Pearl.
I know, it's Pearl. Pearl likes to change her name and keep us on our toes.
Really? Hey, Jewelry by Denise. Good morning. I love jewelry. That should be my, like, you know how we have things we love? She likes, I'll go like this, and she likes glass, and I like jewelry. I mean, some glass I like. But
right.
Oh my gosh.
I hope she does well, Jennifer. Good luck on your appointment, honey. My
brother's in the hospital.
Yeah. How's he do? Did you hear anything new?
Yeah, I heard, like, my brother was hospitalized this week because his sugar was 802.
Wow.
He didn't think he was diabetic. But it turns out he is diabetic, and he just was in a remission or something. Because he's had high blood sugars in the past. Like he once was, I thought, like 495, 500 or something, and he had to have insulin drip, but it went back to normal. So he thought it was just a fluke thing, but it happened again, and they've been having him on a insulin IV, and they got his blood sugar down to the 200s, and then he had food and it went back into the 300s. So they have to, they won't release him until it's a normal range, and they can figure out how he can maintain the normal range. So he's stuck in the hospital for a little while.
Prayers for your brother, definitely.
Yeah, he has pulmonary hypertension, and because of that, he takes a lot of diuretics, and he has other issues also.
Does he take prednisone?
No, he doesn't take prednisone, but he takes a lot of Lasix, and he takes a lot of other things that, I mean, our family has so many health issues, that it would be like a novel if I went through them all. But he had, I think it's called scleroderma, but it's an internal scleroderma. So it's a horrible problem to have. So it's sort of, it makes some of his, they're worried about his interstitial tissues getting all like stuff, and it makes it hard for him to.
Yeah, everybody send him prayers for your brother.
Thanks. But he goes to the doctor a lot, and he really maintains his health. And then he says, I'm like my grandmother. My grandmother used to go to the doctor once in a blue moon. Well, look, and I'll tell you the reason why. This is actually an interesting story. When she was a little girl, she was born in 1902, back when, doctoring was like you sit in a chair and they put a leech on you. So they strapped her to a barbershop chair when she was a child, and they yanked her tonsils out with pliers, with no anesthesia.
Oh my God.
After that, she just said, I'm not going to the doctor ever again. And she did have to have medical intervention when she had her babies. But the next time she went to the doctor for a problem, they told her she had pancreatic cancer. And the doctor told her to go home and get her affairs in order. And she went for a second opinion, and he said, well, I've examined your tests, your x-rays, and I think it's gas. And he said, oh, wow. And kiss your children and, have some fun. And she lived to 92. So
wow.
I'm going with the.
Thank God for that second doctor, right?
Really? Can you imagine being told you had, at that time, it was a non-treatable. I mean, it's still not that treatable.
It's not a good sentence, no. Because my grandmother, they diagnosed her, and 2 weeks later she died. And my cousin, a few years ago, died from pancreatic cancer.
One of my cousins died. Yeah, it's not. He started losing weight, and it wasn't because of a diet, and that's sort of sadly a clue for a lot of issues. Like if you're kind of hefty and all of a sudden you're getting svelte, it's like something's not quite right usually. But anyway,
I was looking through Facebook this morning, which I don't do very often, and this I don't know if he was a dietitian, a doctor, whatever, and they were talking about foods, and he was saying that cucumbers are a natural diuretic. And then he was saying oranges help your digestive system if you eat the fiber attached. And I always fuss my husband because he leaves all the white pith on the orange to eat it. And I'm like, that's gross. And I'm always peeling it till I just have orange, so it's like an ongoing thing over here. Because he'll peel me an orange, and he's one of those that peel the orange all the way around and everything stays attached. It makes me crazy.
My dad.
Yeah, but he leaves all the pith on it.
A lot of, not mangoes, because the skins are related to poison ivy, but a lot of skins on fruits are the healthy part of the fruits, like red grapes. If you eat the skin, it has resveratrol. And that's the stuff that they say makes wine healthy. I think people just say that because they want to drink wine. I'm pretty sure that drinking a lot of wine is more likely to ruin your liver before it will give you like
Right.
health benefits. But I mean, I guess if you have a shot a day, what's the difference?
Oh, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I know YouTube and StreamYard has been having some serious issues lately. It has to be caught early. I get a yearly MRI to check my pancreatic cancer. Oh, is that what you had, Lisa? Wow.
For pancreatic, or she's trying to avoid finding out that she has?
Oh, 4. Yeah,
I know.
it was approved.
Hi, Glenn.
Positive parents starting at 50. Oh, wow.
Oh, positive patients starting.
Hey, Glenn.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
I hope that they wanted to do all that genetic testing on me because of all the cancers in my family, and I didn't. All of it would have been out of pocket, and I just said I can't afford those tests, so I just didn't do them. But
I must be getting old. I have to go do a bone density scan.
I told you they
When
already.
I told him how I fall, he goes, "Have you ever had a bone density?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Oh."
Well, Jane said that the fat pads on your feet decrease as you get older.
So you think that's how I'm falling, Jane?
Maybe, but blame it on that. Blame it on like your fat pads. Just
I got fat everywhere else. Shit, it's gonna disappear on my feet.
Right. Of all the places, can it go for my hips or my inner leg? That would be nice.
I believe you, Jane. I believe you. I'm gonna tell my husband that's why I'm falling. My fat pads on my feet are gone.
I believe it because all my shoes feel uncomfortable now, and I'm like, why? Why are? It's like I need shoes that are like Sketcher marshmallowy kind of shoes, or I feel really uncomfortable.
Well, I have to wear flip flops most of the time, and it's bad in the winter because my neuropathy is so bad.
I'm sorry for
laughing. It's very painful to wear shoes.
If you lived in New York or New Jersey, you'd be so screwed. Can you imagine wearing flip flops in the snow? Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you better.
Okay, I'll look. I don't know. I mean,
Donna. Hey, Emberly's watching. Emberly is my little great niece, and the first time I told her, "Hey," she goes, "That's me." Hey, so, hey, Emberly. Hey, Brantley.
And who else?
Brantley is her brother. They're so cute. And Lily is
the name.
My sister has a set of twins named Lily and Tommy. So Lily is the mother to the babies. Hey, Heather. And Heather is my sister's daughter. So now we got all the highs out the way.
Hey, Emberly.
I hope you're feeling better.
Everybody's saying hi to Emberly.
Emberly, she's all excited. And y'all, she is so stinking cute. Oh my God. Donna, you got to send me a picture so I can I show her picture? Ask Lily if I could show her picture. She's so cute.
Scarlett's here. Hey, Scarlett. Show it. Well, you need permission.
Well, I'll ask permission first. The devil has arrived. Well, Jennifer, you better get that checked out, honey. Yeah, I think my insurance is covering it.
What are you talking about with Jennifer? Because she just said the devil has arrived.
Oh, she said weight is melting. Said weight is melting off of her, and it didn't even happen when she was addicted. The weight didn't, Well, Lisa had her bone density last month.
Jennifer, maybe it's because you stopped having the milkshakes.
Okay.
Is it possible? Is it possible you've reduced your calorie intake by 300 or 400 calories a day? That could be a thing. I don't know. My doctor told me, my bone doctor said I should get the test you're talking about. And I said, well, what would happen if it was positive? And he said, you'd have to get infusions for some sort of medicine. And I said, I heard I can't take that medicine. I'm not allowed to have NSAIDs. So he said, you're right. And I said, so if I get this test to prove that I have a problem I can't treat, what's the point? And he said, there is no point at this point. So I don't do it.
She said Jennifer calls her the devil because I guess she's recommending all these tests. But it's true.
I thought she was just saying that Scarlett was, because Scarlett says I'm an angel, and she goes,
wait, Scarlett's here?
Yeah. That was my thought process.
Oh, hey, Scarlett. I didn't see you come in. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, Lisa. I thought you was talking about you.
No, and I wouldn't call anybody a devil who, but I mean, as for fun. People who,
Right.
some people pester me about getting all my tests done. And I used to pester my mother too. And I feel like she missed the boat on some issues because she dragged her feet like I do.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, she could, yeah, I guess it's true. I thought like when she's talking about weight
Right.
bearing exercises makes your bone density increase.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So like usually if you're heavy set and you walk a lot, your legs have a lot more bone density than maybe your upper body.
Well, my rheumatologist wanted me to do lunges because he said that would make my balance better. Hell, I can't lunge. That little bit of bending, I wouldn't be able to get up.
Well, I don't think you would do a full lunge at first. You could try to do a short one. I mean, there's adaptive exercises for everything. And now Lisa will agree with me. Like you can start doing certain things, like even on the chair, like lifting your.
I'm gonna start doing chair exercises, like old people.
You could try.
In my head, I don't feel old. Like my ailments make me feel old, but my brain, my mind says I'm not.
I hate to tell you this, but according to like a lot, we're old. We're kind of old at this point. Once you hit menopause, even if it's artificial menopause, you're when the estrogen levels drop drastically, estrogen's very protective of like your body. It helps you fend off a lot of issues. And once that's depleted, sadly, we're old now. That they consider you kind of like geriatric, not in the case of like being over 75, but like we're old now.
No, Yvonne, I haven't. He wanted me to do that first, but the one that is closest to me is like 45 minutes away. So it wouldn't be beneficial. And I can't afford the gas to go there all the time. It is when you have chronic pain and illness, and it runs in my family. Like I said, my mom's 84 and they just diagnosed her with RA. Times 2, Scarlett.
I'm looking at the chart. What people are right. You could treat yourself with weight-bearing exercises, these doctors. Look, there's other things you could take to build up your bones, like with medicine. There's some kind of infusions you can have like a couple times a year, I think.
Yeah.
That helps with your bone densities, but I don't know.
You put her on methotrexate on like the lowest dose, and she says she does feel better. I know she's scared of side effects and stuff, but some of the minor side effects outweigh, the benefits outweigh those minor side effects. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I had some friends who was on that because she had other issues. She had psoriatic issues like psoriasis, painful psoriasis. Hi, Sonia from Texas. How's it going?
Hey, Sonia. Let me make you blue, honey.
We don't want to talk about all these like old lady things, but it's what happens. Yeah. We can't help it. But
you walked into the old lady discussion.
When I went to physical therapy, they put me on those thick mats and they made me like, try to.
Hey, Bobby, I'm on the right side. She tried to move me, Bobby.
I did to make you come. I figured you wouldn't show up until we were moved to the wrong way. They paid you to do the bone density? How does that happen in other states? People get paid to go to the doctor, and in my state, they charge.
They don't pay me to go.
Then I can't even afford to get
me on prednisone. So my sister has like chronic illnesses too, and she said they just put her on prednisone. Prednisone is bad. I had to stop it because it gives me muscle spasms. I know Donna gets a lot of leg issues with certain as a side effect of certain medicines. Thank God I don't. Oh, Glenn, let me tell you, I went to Pennington and I did this when I was still working. This was before I got diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia. And I went to Pennington. They paid me like $50, but it was a weight loss thing. And you drank shakes and they provided you with the shakes. All you could have was shakes for 3 months. I lost 75 pounds. It was only like 900 calories. Of course, that's why. But then I ended up with trigeminal neuralgia. And I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Probably not. But, and then of course, I was in so much pain. I didn't care. I ate. Oh, so I gained it back. Plus some.
When I was,
Wait, let me tell Glenn real quick. I heard on the news this morning, Menendorf's, which is like one of the really good old seafood restaurants around here. Today, they're giving away a catfish plate and a pint of ice cream if you go get blood. Just FYI, anybody in this area?
what did you say about a pint of blood? If you give blood?
No. Thin catfish. I don't know if it's thin or thick. They have the famous thin catfish. But anyway, so if you go, I forget where it is, you have to look it up. But if you give blood today, they will give you a catfish plate and a pint of ice cream. Look, dude, I was considering going to take a ride today.
There was a nurse service that said, if we can come to your house and take your blood pressure, we'll give you a $50 card. And I go, but you're going to charge my insurance company $250 or $400. And then my insurance
right. Well, Donna, y'all all should take a ride. You, Tommy, Lily, Ray, y'all can all go give blood and get some catfish plates. It might be worth the ride. Oh my God.
Poor Lisa. I don't know what you're a person. I don't know your personal, what had happened to you, but you know, Lisa was saying she does a lot of preventative medicine now because she wants to avoid problems, but she's had a catastrophe and I don't know what it is.
Right. She changed it, Bobby. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And usually I don't have a problem giving, but I feel so bad all the time. I don't know if they want my damn blood.
I wouldn't do it for catfish and ice cream. I would maybe do it.
I don't know. I would. Because, wait, I take my Ozempic tonight. So, like yesterday, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. I ate all day long. I ate. My daughter treated us to Subway last night for dinner. So I ate that. I ate a bag of Cheetos, like a small bag. And then Marie went and fixed me some ice cream, well, sherbet, and I ate that. Oh
that's
my God.
You stay long. I kind of felt sick after having food in the
Yvonne
day.
says if you take metformin, you can't give blood. Huh. Well, I take Synjardy, which is a combination of metformin and Jardiance. Am I still on the tube? Yeah. They want to know if I'm still on the tube.
I'm sorry. That's sad. I have a lot of benign breast disease issues that make them want to do surgeries and biopsies on me all the time. And they always say that they could, like, one of the things I had removed was a precancer. So I didn't mind having the surgery to get it out, but it's very scary. And they put beads in the problem areas, little like seed beads in my boob, and I feel it. And it's so irritating to me that if they offer to take them out, I almost would say, go do it, because it's annoying me to feel they did take out a couple of the beads.
Why is metformin bad, Bobby? I heard glimepiride, something, whatever that was. Not glipizide, the other one was bad. So, but like the jar, I was taking metformin and Jardiance and gold beads in your boob.
I want to say something about the metformin. My cousin's a doctor, and
Yeah.
he did diabetes research, and I consulted him on all the drugs I was taking when my blood sugars were high. And he actually told me that metformin was one of the best ones you could take because it has some protective features for your heart as well as your blood sugars. And having high blood sugars is like, it's like the sugar literally scratches up the insides of your cell walls, I mean, your veins. So he said taking it,
Hmm.
I mean, at the time it would regulate your period, it would do all these things that were actually not so bad. But
Right.
yeah, it was supposed to, he said it was one of the best diabetes treatments ever
Hmm.
invented. And
Right.
so because he spent his whole life researching diabetes, I kind of go with what he says, but I'm
Right.
sure. Oh, I mean, yeah, it made me feel sick, but
Yeah.
overall, if it protected me from being really, really ill, I was okay with it. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't kind of okay with it.
Yeah. I don't know. When
More
she
Donna.
put me on metformin, just metformin, she started me on a high dose and I was really sick. So I got off. But then she started me back on like 500 and it was better. They want to know why you have beads in your boobs and they want to know if they're gold. And Jane said her husband has beads in his balls. So
Wait,
I'm just saying.
well, okay. I have had two surgeries and I had three biopsies on it was on my left side. So anyway, the biopsies
Donna says, huh?
so made like holes. So what they did was they did like a guided MRI where they stuck, oh, it was horrible. They stuck these like, it looked like these like long U-shaped needles. And then every place that they saw that looked abnormal, they threaded in a bead and stuck it in me. And I was wide awake for all of this. And it was pre-surgery. So I was nervous to begin with. And I felt like
Oh my God.
very uncomfortable. So
That just makes me, oh,
I know. So they're kind of like in my, and there's like duct work in there, guys. Okay. Cause women, we're mammals. We were supposed to breastfeed. Okay. So,
she says, Donna, you missed the fingering and the blowing that went on early.
but anyway, where they stuck in every place that they saw was like questionable. They stuck a
Yeah.
bead, and then when the surgeon went in, if she saw something that looked funky around
Yeah.
the bead, she would cut out the bead in the area. So that's what they did, but they left
Okay.
one inside of me.
Right. And Jane said it was to locate the radiation area that he
Well,
had to do.
okay,
Yeah.
my father had little seeds, radioactive seeds implanted inside of him, and it actually cured him from his prostate cancer.
Wow.
So that was almost a good thing. They just said don't bounce babies on your lap for a couple of months.
Oh wow. Dang.
And that was a little frightening, thinking that he was radioactive. And yes, it does sound like a good band name.
I know. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Bobby. It does have a lot of side effects, but then it has good side effects. So they say. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the long-term effects will be. Remember for a while everybody was taking Victoza. It was a shot. Like that was after metformin came out. Then Victoria. I have beads. My sister has beads in her boobs too. They are markers to show doctors that you have scar tissue now, that there's cancer there, and not cancer that they do.
So you're saying it was the markers
To show doctors where you have scar tissues, what they got put hers.
Oh,
in.
maybe they did it before the second surgery because I had a previous surgery. I thought it was to mark places that they thought like might be sketchy and that they might want to cut out. But they did cut out two of them, but they left at least one or two. I don't remember now. I have almost like a blackout of it. It was so
right. Well, if it was that bad, yeah.
It was really weird because, yeah.
Hashtag beady boobs. That's right up Charlotte's alley, y'all. I'm sorry.
If I could have anything in my boobs, it would be fitting that they put jewelry.
Right. You let them be sterling or gold, right?
I like Julie. Maybe they heard. I don't know.
Well, I took Crestor or Rovastatin and for years and years. And when my last visit with my cardiologist, he changed me because I was telling him how everything was flared. So he changed me because it can cause pain and joint pain and stuff. So he put me on Simvastatin. So anyway, I don't know. Last week we talked about health issues. This week we're talking about
health issues.
I know.
Health issues. So I had high cholesterol, and they tried to put me on statins, and my family tends to run allergic to statins, and so I basically said I'm not taking it ever again. Wow. But now the last time I had a blood test, they said my cholesterol was fine. So, and I've been eating way more butter than ever. So apparently you should just, I don't know. I don't know why things have changed, but apparently since I started actually eating more like more of a rounded diet, when I was just eating a few calories a day, my blood tests were out of whack. But when I started eating like broccoli and chicken and, but I also had dessert.
Well, Jane says she thinks the balls are gold, and Yvonne says if she has balls put in, she wants them to be diamond encrusted, I guess.
I want my diamonds on the outside.
Mine too, Jennifer, especially since I took that bad fall in here during the show, remember? And now, no, that one wasn't it. I'm sorry. It was the one I fell at outside that dollar store, and my hip bruise was like this. Yeah, and it's still swollen, and if I lay on that side too long, the pain is so bad. Yeah, food is medicine.
When I fell on my hip, it almost like it made the swelling, I don't know, it almost like distorted the outside that never went away. I feel like I would need like liposuction to make it look normal.
Yeah. Oh, Jennifer, when air's on and it's cold, my feet hurt with the neuropathy. It is so bad. Oh my God. It is bad.
Yeah. I need to go to the eye doctor now and get glasses at the very least, because I have to do this to be able to read the.
Yeah, I can see a lot better. Donna, my Donna. See, you like them? And look, they big. Me and my sister got big heads, so we need big glasses. And my mom's got this little bitty head, so all the glasses look too big for her. It's funny, right? That's crazy, huh, Jennifer?
Oh wow! So she's saying she's taken Trulicity. Is that the one? Is that the one that's a mix? Oh, is that a once a week shot or something?
Okay, that's great, Bobby. Well, they started me on Ozempic, and how long ago that's been, Suzy? About a month?
It's more than a month.
About a month and a half, maybe?
No, I think it's like, if you ask me, it's close to 3 months. But you've lost a lot of weight.
I've lost 23.5 pounds. I started only getting on the scale once a week. So, but like this shirt I put on, and it's big, y'all. It was so tight, I couldn't get it on.
I would take that if it was offered to me. I can't right now, since I have a $5,000 deduction for my health insurance. I wouldn't take it probably, but that would be nice.
Yeah,
to be able to lose weight and control your blood sugar at the same time.
And that's the thing. I wasn't worried. Like the weight loss is a good side effect, and my blood sugar is like so much better. Except yesterday, I couldn't figure out why my blood sugar was high. Well, guess what?
Was it the sherbet?
No, I didn't take my medicine. My morning meds. I totally skipped them. I didn't take my nighttime medicines, Jennifer, but I didn't take my daytime either. So
I keep having.
Oh, cool. You had cataract surgery, right, Scarlett?
Did you?
I think she I know she had surgery, I think. Did I make that up, Scarlett? I don't know. But now she doesn't even need glasses. Oh, thank you.
That's good. I have cataracts growing in my eyes, but they say, don't worry about it. They're too small to, that's what they said last year. Let's see this year. But they said on my left side, I see floaters. And anyway, my vision has changed, and I know I need a new prescription. I always say, like, if I get the appropriate one, I'm going to look like an alien because my glasses are going to be so magnified. I'm going to have these, like, big, big, big eyeballs in my glasses.
Oh, girl, I've been having them bifocal, trifocals. But did y'all notice I used to do this all the time to look out my bifocals to see the chat? Have I been doing that? I don't think I have.
But
they still look crooked, so I guess my head is
they won't let me get short glasses anymore because they say my prescription is so strong that I need a taller glass. But I don't mind wearing a bigger. Yeah. It's protected from the wind, and I think it blocks a lot of my under eye.
I think chronic dry eye runs in my family. Like, my mom has it so bad that she scratched her cornea, so she's on medicine right now to heal that before they can give her new glasses. I know my sister has dry eye. I have it, and it's been bad lately, and I have to sleep with a fan, y'all. It doesn't matter. My son's like, you're the only person that can be 30 degrees and you still have a fan. I'm sorry, I have to.
Did we scare up all the men in the chat talking about breath?
I don't know. Greg's still here. Chris, you still here? Chris.
Chris, Greg.
Oh no! Look, Greg's still here.
Ah, hello.
Right? I was worried. So they made my glasses stronger, and I see Glenn's still here. The brave man. Look, Cameron is lurking. Look, all the men are coming up. Although I don't see Chris. Chris is probably cataracts removed early this year. So nice to see. Right, without glasses.
Wow. I can't even imagine not having glasses at this point. I started wearing glasses full time about in the early 2000s. And so, I mean, I like
when I hit 40, I needed bifocals.
40. I used to read menus like holding them out to here, and my brother used to tease me and say, do you want me to hold it on the other side of the room for you? And because I was very farsighted. But
look, Chris is there. He's lurking. Wait, Glenn says, hope nobody walks in at the front counter. I guess not. You better put the volume down, Glenn.
Anyway, I just... I've needed trifocals for a long time, and do they call it progressive? Or is that when you go out in the sun and it turns dark? Anyway,
I have those.
I have the line
transition.
I had the transitions too, but these don't have it because I bought these glasses to get married in because the other ones I had were sunglasses.
I like those.
And everybody said you need to see your eyes when you get married, so don't get the ones with the transition.
Well, I bought these new transitions this time, and you notice that they stay slightly done in the inside, but they also work in the car.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, so because the regular transitions don't work in the car, and I was telling her, I said, "Oh my God, with transitions, you're still squinting to see with the sun." So these are the new transitions that stay slightly inside and in the car. And I know I just said that. I said it twice.
My mother used to get her tint to be like, she felt it was like instead of putting eyeshadow on, she would have like her tint. And they go, we'll put like a pinkish tint on the bottom and we'll put like a blue-gray on the top and you'll look like makeup.
I wish somebody would teach me how to do eyebrows. Cheryl says she's got floaters in both.
You just get big glasses that cover your eyebrows and you don't have to worry about it.
Trifocals is like, it's 3 sections. I don't know.
I need farsight, I need in-between vision, and I need close-up vision. So I need 3 levels of magnification.
I know.
When I take off the glasses, I can't see. Like it's everything's blurry.
Yeah. Well, you ought to, I tried contacts, and when you have bifocals, so each eye is different
No,
to
no,
make them work together.
that would make
So
me.
you can't close one eye because then you see something different. It was crazy. It was hard. You have to get used to it so your eyes work together. Me too, Jennifer. I do. So it made it hard for the contacts because your eyes shape funny. But
I was told I had an astigmatism
what was
originally,
that?
but now, as I was getting older,
Did y'all hear that?
no.
Like the house shook. I hope that wasn't one of the plants going poof.
Or maybe you had an earthquake.
No, we normally have plants, like oil plants and stuff. We live totally surrounded by plants, and every now and then one blows up something.
I live about 5 miles from a quarry, so when they shoot off the dynamite, our house trembles. Which is
Yeah,
that you have floaters in both eyes.
yeah. They told me don't worry about it unless it's a lot of them and bright flashes.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Have you had ocular migraines? I've had that.
Yes, my sister has ocular migraines. I have
Oh,
occipital neuralgia, which is painful.
oh, that's dead
Got a
sharp.
hole in my retina, right eye. They did laser surgery, but the floaters are here to stay. Uh, well, I had that laser stuff for narrow angle glaucoma, and she drilled a hole to let the fluid drain. So I think that's there forever.
I was told that I have a fold in one of my retinas and that it should be watched. And then the next time I go to the doctor, I sometimes don't say anything about it to see if they notice it or not. And I don't know if I should say something about it or not say something about it.
Well, I
Because
was treated for like glaucoma one time because this optometrist I went to, he wasn't even a damn ophthalmologist, and he would use this pen type tool to check for pressure. And then he got in a car accident and he passed away. And the new doctor there used the machine, and they were reversing everybody's that he diagnosed with glaucoma because it wasn't true. And they said they think it was because of the instrument he used.
oh no.
Oh, Jennifer, that sounds scary. My mom had
It
that.
is scary. Everything is scary. That they
I
tell you.
know. I know.
So
It's like some doctors, I don't know if they see what they want to see or if it's something they specialize in, so they see it in everybody. And then the next doctor you go to, they go, oh,
I want to back up to something that
I know, Greg. I'm just
if
like yeah, my
if we
sister had the holes drilled too. They had to do it twice. That makes eyes drier too because all your fluid's dripping out.
I want to ask Lisa something. You mentioned something about estrogen that you take twice a week, and I want to ask you if you find that it has helped you in any way, because I was prescribed that. Just you don't have to mention anything more than yes, it's helped or no, it's not helped.
Yeah. You see, they won't let me do estrogen because of my stent in my heart.
It was a
Yep,
cream,
Greg, something else.
not a pill. But I was curious about. I wanted to take the pills, but
I have
that
this cream you rub on your arm.
lower down.
No, yeah, well, that too, but watch out, guys. Watch out, guys. But no, I had this one that you rub on your arm. It was supposed to help everything. So wait, my son was little, and he goes, "What's that, Mom?" I said, "Don't do it." I said, "Your balls are gonna fall off if you do it," because I couldn't have him rubbing. He goes, "Oh, okay, I won't do it." My sister said she
Tell your kids. I'm like,
so much.
that's so funny. It's like if you touch this cream, your balls will fall off. And then he's like,
I did. Hey, he never touched it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Scarlett said she had collagen cross-linking procedure in her cornea. My sister says she takes the pills and it helps so much.
All these people with socialized.
Hey, Carol, you walked into something. If you don't, we talking about hormones and little beads in your breast, and oh my God.
Well, I mean, I said it's fitting I have jewelry inside, but I mean, at least I won't lose it.
Yeah, Jennifer, it wasn't as bad as it sounds, Jennifer. They put you in front of this machine. It was, I wouldn't say it was painful, but it was uncomfortable.
It sounds
And
so
it was this
scary.
little laser thing that drilled holes. She said, yes, absolutely. It's the lowest dose of 2% because she can't have estrogen either, but it was approved by the medical oncologist.
I forgot to take it, but I have it. But
Right? Right, Yvonne? I know.
what?
It's
What is it
like
about saying?
we've all had so many surgeries and procedures, and oh my God, sounds like conversation we've had in the office at work. I know, right?
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
And then anybody who's young will say like, "Oh,
Look,
I
she
don't
says
want
it's
to."
all reliable. Right. People can walk in and go, I thought it was a reselling channel. Well, it's a chit-chat about anything, plus reselling, plus, whatever.
We have all resold, but
I know.
as long as you don't start talking about reselling your body
But
parts.
I think it's good because you're not by yourself.
You're not by yourself.
Right. And I think all resellers got some kind of issue because now they can't work and they end up reselling.
That's what I was saying. You're home for a reason. You're either retired, you're not feeling well, something happened at your job. There's some reason why you're available to talk to us. I mean, you might be on the night shift and be
Right.
perfectly.
Cheryl says the new ailments, the new medical ailments show. Right.
Well, there's a lot of women who do shows and they talk about, mental health and, maybe other issues or just, things that are different. Like a lot of us have endured traumas in our lives and, we're not healthy in one way or another. There's a lot going on and you're not alone. I mean, most of us, when we sit down and if I say like I'm taking a pill because occasionally, not even occasionally, I tend to run like I have anxiety disorders and I'm depressed at times. So my doctor gave me some medicine. And it used to be so taboo. And now when you say that, people just say, oh, me too. Oh, yeah, I'm taking it. Oh, yeah, I take something.
Yeah.
It's like very common. It's common in New Jersey and in the United States.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's as common in England and in Canada when they have socialized medicine, because you guys can just go probably the doctor.
Well, Jane can probably answer that question.
Do it at nighttime. Okay, I always remember in the morning, which is not the best.
My doctor told me I can't have hormones, but I wonder if I can have that kind of hormone. But I feel uncomfortable asking him about that.
Why?
I don't know.
Look,
he's so kind, but he comes in and he's so relaxed and he'll kick back and cross his legs and he goes, what's going on today? He'll give you all the time and he's just, I don't know.
What if you felt like the lower half of you was dry like a desert and you wanted it to change around? Like, you go to a gynecologist and talk.
Right.
I don't know.
Jane says there's things I might share here, but not with people she physically close to. She gets more sympathy here. I know, right? Need to go to the doctor, no hesitation, and no cost.
See, like to me, that would be it. We need to have a lot of preventative. We need our colonoscopies. We need to have. I need an endoscopy. I need to go to the skin doctor and get that stuff scraped off my nose. And Tony has another. He says we're gonna have to move to the mountains and we'll. He said we both won't have noses and we'll wear the crutch.
Right. Oh my God. I know, Pearl, it is depressing. But if we can kind of make light of it and, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not okay, but,
Don't feel awful. You're a human being. And unfortunately, things happen to human beings. I mean, unless, sadly, silly people say, like, I want to die young and be beautiful. Oh my God. It's like nonsense. Like, people want to live and we want to live as we want to live as well as we can live. And medical intervention has helped that happen for us. Right. People used to live to 35 and now they're living, past, like nobody has any guarantees, but the average age, isn't it around 80 now? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's around, so
I don't consider
things
you
have
old
changed.
until you get to 90s because I guess because I worked in the geriatric field, so
Oh,
many of them were
you're saying
like
interesting.
kids.
We're laughing about my beads and my boot and stuff.
Right. Well, I tell you, my husband and them changed insurance. We United Healthcare, and that didn't pay crap. But now we're back with Blue Cross, but it's not as good of an insurance. But when I was working, I had Blue Cross, he had Blue Cross, so one would pick up what the other one didn't. So I was able to get my treatments and stuff, my medical care, like when I had my brain surgeries, it paid for everything. But now it's like, oh my God, the cost is so bad. And I have to go to the gastroenterologist next week because I have to have the endoscopy and the colonoscopy every 3 years because the polyps were not precancerous, but they were the kind that can turn into cancer. So,
well, I think they do consider that kind of like a precancerous thing. I mean,
yeah,
polyps have to be removed. Some of the people in the chat are saying now that they feel like a lot of the tests they're running aren't necessarily going to be that helpful, but they feel they make money. I do feel like doctors, my doctor especially, they've changed their whole billing practice to say, like, if you're on medicine, you have to come every certain amount of months. And if you're on this kind of medicine, it's every like 2 months. And it's like, I used to be able to go, well, I used to go once every 3 months when I was actively diabetic. And now that I'm in remission, I used to be able to go once or twice a year. And now it's not possible. And I
yeah,
feel it's like just sucking money out of us because they need billable hours.
yeah.
But a
Glenn
lot of
said he had a brain tumor and they
you,
removed it.
you can't, I understand why a doctor will say, go get a test, because there's so many people suing for malpractice that they
I
feel
know.
like they almost have to cover their ass. Sorry to
Hmm.
say it.
And a lot of our doctors are going to like big hospital corporations. Like we have Ochsner here, and everybody, not all doctors, but the majority are switching over to Ochsner. And it's like a big monopoly. But I have switched all my doctors to Ochsner because everything is there, and you don't have to have this doctor sent. I have one doctor, my neurologist, who is not with Ochsner, but he still can pull up the Ochsner stuff.
See, like we're allowed to have one colonoscopy every 5 years or so, but the colonoscopy, they won't charge you for the actual colonoscopy, but they'll charge you for the anesthesia. They'll charge you for if they do scrapings and then they send it to a lab, they'll charge you for that.
Mm-hmm.
They charge you for the extras. So even for a free thing, it could cost you the preliminary exam you have to pay for. So that it could cost you $450 just to make the appointment. And then once you're done, like another $500. So it's still, it could be still $1,000. It depends on what kind of a place you go to. And if you go to a doctor that's affiliated with the hospital now, if they're a private like house doctor, that'll be way less money than a doctor who has an office in a hospital, because you'll get a hospital use fee too. And it's like, why?
Yeah. That sucks, Yarn Again. That sucks when they do that. But I asked mine to give me a 6-month supply, and he does. And
for that, but they don't always. It doesn't always work out for me anymore.
Yeah. Now, my neurologist, if I have a lot going on, he'll say come back in a month. But now I'm to 3 months, so I'm excited. So, and it's because with my migraines, they've decreased with the infusion, so he put me off. So that's good.
I don't know if all you guys know this, but my insurance was going to charge me a $50 flat rate for my medicine. And I went through Good RX, and they actually say if I refer people, I'll get money. I'm not referring you to get any money at all. But check it out, because they will give you a list of your medicine at every like supermarket, pharmacy
Mm-hmm.
in your area. And you could you might find one instead of paying the $50 copay, you might find it for $7.99 or whatever, or
Right.
$10. And and it's really worth just spending that extra 5 minutes figuring out where it will be less money.
Right.
It
You
was
are
totally
again.
worth it to me. I went off insurance for my last
Yeah.
med.
Aren't you from my area? I think. Or did I make that up? Or I'm thinking of somebody else. Not that I would make it up, but yeah. I have my neurologist. I drive to go see him. Like
Look
I drive
across
all the way into New Orleans, like past New Orleans. I go to Gretna, across the Mississippi River Bridge, and he's well worth it. He came like recommended by like, no, okay, she's in New York, but and he's worth the drive. Like this man, if he will go in on his day off if somebody comes in with an active migraine, and he won't let you leave if you go in with a migraine until he can get rid of it. Right, Greg? That Good RX. Yeah, my mom uses that sometimes. She'll give her whichever one is cheaper, that or her insurance.
I saved a lot of money.
Amy.
Saved a lot of money.
Right. And it's crazy because a lot of doctors, their malpractice is so expensive. I think that's why a lot of them are going to the bigger hospitals,
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, I really do think my general practitioner from several years ago, she did poo-poo like a few things that I needed surgeries for. So she was just busy, and she was kind of a bitch. So I'll just say it.
Yeah.
I went to see the general surgeon. I mean, I know general surgeons want to do surgeries, but if you have, when you're feeling crappy enough, for me, if I'm feeling crappy enough to go see a specialist, something's wrong, most likely.
Yeah.
And
right.
Anyway, but they cover their, like, if you complain to your general practitioner, I just peed and there was blood in it, they're going to send you to a urologist. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, they send you to a lot of specialists. They don't want to handle it. It's crazy.
Yeah, back in the day, there was one doctor, and he would just do everything.
Wow, Norma. She said the highest she pays for medicine is $9.45.
That's a great deal.
Well, I have to go get my freestyle things, and I pay $75. And apparently that's cheap. My insurance won't cover the Dexcom, but they'll cover part of the freestyle.
But have they been covering that shot you've been giving yourself? What?
I pay $25 because I have private insurance. I can get the coupon from the manufacturer.
Okay. Because it would be over $1,000 for me to take.
Yeah.
And unless I did the coupon, if I could get the company to give me a coupon.
Yeah. Now, like my mom gets really good prices from Walmart for her meds. So, and she's got private insurance too, which helps. So I can get the coupons for her also.
Some of the pharmacies around here will not give you a price quote on the phone, which I find annoying. But that Good X will tell me where to go for, like, and sometimes they run I'll do a quote unquote like coupon, so it'll be even cheaper. But I'm not going to run to 3 different pharmacies to save like $5. But I'll, if I was going to save $100, I would. That's for sure.
Right. Oh no, Jennifer, how'd she do that? Oh, no. It was cracked and got waters in it. It got water in it.
That's sad.
Right. Yeah, I see some PAs, sometimes they're better than the doctor. Definitely. So, I don't know. It's crazy. So, what else is going on besides our old lady and old man stuff?
Tomorrow, we're doing the Deal of the Dawns, both you and I, and in the evening, we're doing the resale roundup on Kim. It's About to Get Real's channel.
Yeah.
And I think we get a half hour, and we could do whatever we want with that half hour. So if we want to sing and dance, that's what we could do. But they
So
really,
you get a half hour to do your whole thing.
you get a half
Like
hour.
it's not rounds. It's
You could
sort of
do
like the other reseller roundup. They would give you 15 minutes. So this is 30 minutes to do your thing. Cool.
30 minutes, and you could do whatever you want. You could show one thing and then sing. I don't know, dance. They probably wouldn't let you come back, but you could do.
Oh man.
What's going on? What did you say? Oh man.
I was talking about Jennifer. Those things are so expensive too with her machine, and she needs it. Yeah.
When I was going to Niagara Falls, I knew that there would be a lot of things. We would be near water. I got one of those waterproof phone envelopes,
right,
with a lanyard. And I actually got things to hold my glasses on my head, because I said the last thing I need is for my glasses to fall when I'm like looking over at the falls. Or
it's like, oops, Suzy can't see.
So
oh my God.
It was sad, but I did it.
Bye, Glenn.
And I look like a doofus, but okay. Bye, Glenn.
Wow. You know what, Jennifer? Sometimes if you call the company, because at least with Freestyle, if my sensor falls off and I call them, they will send me a free one. But I have to buy these patches. I buy them on Amazon because I sweat so bad that they just fall off. So I have to, like little kids, and put this on, because these even come off sometimes.
I would get a rash from that.
I would call Jennifer and tell. I mean, she's a kid. They know stuff's going to happen. They may give you a new machine.
Depends.
I call again. Say she's a roughneck. That's all.
I'm going to tell you something. If you call up a customer service and somebody says no, sometimes if you call back and get a different voice, they might say yes. And I'm not saying that you have all the time in the world to do that, but you listen to see if you get, like, there might just be one customer service person for the whole company, but a lot of times there's like 25, and each one will react to you differently. So try. And
I'm not sure how Dexcom works, but the Freestyle, all you have is a sensor, and you can either use the monitor to scan it, but if you start with the monitor, you have to use the monitor until that sensor's over. Or normally I use my phone. So I guess it may be simpler, but it might, I don't know if it's as effective, but anyway. Who knows?
And if you explain your situation and you say, I understand that you're not the company, but I'm in trouble and I don't have money for a new one, but my daughter's, you never know. You might get someone who can push a different button on the machine and get you something.
Oh, y'all, wait, I got to turn this fan off. I'm getting cold.
Don't give up. I was once upset about something, and I remember calling 2 times. Oh, it was like because I got a gift from somebody and the gift arrived broken, and they said, we can't do anything about it because they said, because you don't have a receipt. And I said, but that's not the fault of mine. It should have been in the package and you didn't include it. So she just said, I can't do anything about it. And I tried again. I think it was because it was Amazon, and I got somebody with a different I got a different person, and they said, of course you can get a new one.
Right. Cool.
It's a gift. Yeah. And so it depends on who's on the one end. Somebody doesn't want to deal with life. They just hang up on you.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
I mean, and I know it's not the same kind of thing, but I've called up those companies back when I was on that Invocamet, and they used to give it to me for free because I kept calling and asking for discounts, and eventually they just gave me a card for free for like a year, and every year they updated the card.
Well, my pharmacy fusses, they say you got so many cards, and I'm like, and
my pharmacy,
little slots
he made me fill out the forms for GoodRx so that on each prescription I had physical prescriptions. She goes, can you write the numbers, please, and find out what they are? Because that's going to take me a long time. And I'm like, really? And they had no place for me to lean. They didn't even want me leaning on their counter doing it. So I'm like, whatever. But I did it. And I did it. All of a sudden, you got so quiet.
Who, me?
Yeah, like all the background noise went away.
Oh, because oh Lord, my mom. Call me when you can, no emergency. They probably got something at the church she wants me to. I'm going to call her. Y'all want me to call her?
Yeah.
See what she got.
I want to tell you, Torrance local church is having their annual clear out your house and bring in all the good stuff so I could buy it for cheap sale. So it's and she's getting some good inventory, which is really fun for her.
Yeah, I know. It's cheap, y'all, and it's funny because I'll call her and I'll go pick it up. She goes, "I got your list," and then I'll just go in and pay her, whatever I owe her.
So I went to Goodwill last week on the day that they supposedly have $2 Tuesday, and the thing I bought was $3.50. But that's beside the point. They said that all the yellow dots in the bric-a-brac section were $1, but there was no signs to tell me that. I would have looked because they never have things.
To answer her phone.
She probably put it on the counter.
Wait, listen. My mama's her voicemail is set on Spanish, and we can't change it. The guy from Sprint tried to change it, and it's still. And everybody goes, Sandra, what is wrong with your phone? It is so funny. So I don't know.
You better learn Spanish.
All I know is por favor, or whatever. Thank you. I know that. Thanks for calling.
¿Cómo está usted? Muy bien, gracias. Where's MKT? She's like laughing at me.
Let me call the other girl that called me and see what's Sandra wants.
14. I don't know.
It's so funny. So I just put like my number so that when the guy was fixing he goes, you don't answer, and then I get this crazy Spanish stuff going on. Let me call the other number that she texted me.
When people order tortilla chips, I'm like, yeah,
tortilla chips.
That's not what they say.
But did she? She sent me. Look what she sent me, y'all.
Did she send you a photograph? That's very advanced. Ooh, what is that? Is that what's on the bottom of the lamp?
Wait, I gotta change cameras real quick because this camera is clear. So,
I see a lamp and it looks like it has a brass base, but what is the actual base? Oh, it's a giraffes.
It's $5.
Adorable.
Where am I gonna put that?
Tortilla chips. Yes.
Should I get it?
In case
Should I get it?
Oh yeah, you should get that. Say, Mama, get me that.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes.
Wait, let me call and see what she wanted. I'm gonna call Trudy's phone number. Hey, Mara. My sister said yes. Cause y'all see all my giraffes up there. Hey, is that what she wanted? The lamp? Okay, tell her yeah. Add it to my bill. Yeah. Bye. So the girl who's running, let me put back on the other camera. The girl who's running the garage sale, she does I can't think. Because that's my webcam. It's clear this way, but when I show something up, it doesn't focus. But then something's wrong with my computer camera, and it is cloudy. But I don't want to bring my computer in.
You look really right now. You look excellent, like very clear.
Right, but if I show something close, you see what happens? It doesn't focus.
Well, hold it there for like 3 seconds and see. It might change. As long as it's not trying to focus on your eyeballs.
It doesn't.
Well, you need to put like a piece of paper behind it so that it'll eventually...
It doesn't. No matter what I do, it doesn't focus.
Keep there for a second. All right.
It doesn't focus.
Well, it looks like a cat with a black eye.
No, it's now. Can you see it?
I mean, you know, here's a black.
It's like this little doll.
Yeah,
and she's in a witch's hat. She's dressed like a witch, and the cat is in the witch's hat.
No autofocus, right?
I guess. I don't know. It used to focus.
All right, it's cute. How much do you want for it?
I don't know. Make me an offer. Isn't it cute? It's little. It's like this big as my ear.
It's an ear-sized piece.
So my camera on my computer used to work pretty good, but now it's all foggy. I've cleaned it. I don't know what to do. So I don't know. Any suggestions? I'm not bringing my computer in to get fixed because I can't do without my computer, and they're going to take over. Yeah, it used to focus. Check your settings. I did, and I don't know.
Have you done like a hard restart lately, or a very
I restart all the time.
Cloth for like cleaning the lens, maybe? Do you have anything over it, like a film to protect the screen? She went away. It's just me now. So I don't have any kind of autofocus. You get to see. I kind of like that it's fuzzy. I don't want you seeing every wrinkle and thing, you know. I prefer that there's an illusion of me not needing Botox. But whatever. What can I say? I wish they had a glam filter for. Oh, I heard that they were going to have that for StreamYard. That's the newest thing. They're going to start having filters for our, you know, so we could look pretty instead of, you know, haggard and oh, what wrinkles? I don't know. In reality, sometimes I catch wind.
I don't know what happened. Now I'm back to the other camera.
Thank you, Scarlett. Oh, Sonia. I wasn't fishing for compliments. I was just saying I prefer that my camera's a little blurry. A little.
No.
Yours just looks though a little bit like there's something over the lens, like a film,
right. And
a screen protector.
I've cleaned it, but it's indented in this little bitty hole.
Do you have any filters on to make it pretty? Maybe it's a filter that you don't realize. Oh, by the way, I went to one of those. Did you ever go to the StreamYard live shows that they have occasionally?
God, I have a fly.
Oh, it got better when you clapped your hands.
No, I changed cameras.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to
there's this like little bitty gnat kind of thing, and he's here every week, and I can't get rid of him.
I went to the StreamYard live, and they said they're going to start putting filters for us, so we could have like instant makeup or be more beautiful.
Then I wouldn't have to put makeup on.
You know, look. Then I'll meet
what wrinkles.
Oh, that's you? Frightening.
Pearl said, "What wrinkles?"
I know.
The more weight I lose, the older I look here.
Mama G, welcome. I bet she didn't ever.
Hey, Mama G.
How's it going?
As soon as your comment goes above that silly little heart, I will make you. Hey, Ma.
It's so. You know, everybody hates that little heart. I wish we could just get rid of
it. With it. I know. Well, Mama G, we are talking about anything and everything. We went through medical issues. We went through camera issues. I got you. I think I got
it. Which is medical. It was like about 90% medical stuff.
Right. So now let's talk about tomorrow. Okay. So I got Deal of the Dawns at 2:00. Y'all want me to show y'all my new intro?
Yeah. Why not?
Y'all tell me what y'all think so I don't look stupid tomorrow. Oh, it's not on this one. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. All right, let me show y'all. Let me tell me what y'all think.
like the first photo.
Suzy made my first photo. I hope I don't get no copyright strikes.
Well,
Now I use the music from what you call it? From Canva. So I hope it.
You hope.
So yeah, we call her, the two hip chicks. I figured I'd put like the stuff and the hip stuff.
I appreciate that people make these beautiful intros, but I will be honest, when I watch back people's videos, because I'm pressed for time, I go skip, skip, skip. And I also play everything at 2 times fast. So everybody sounds like chipmunks, kind of.
Now, I don't have all the fancy stuff like Johnny does, like for the rapid fire round. I don't have that rapid fire. Maybe he'll give it to me.
I like that, though. That's a cool effect. I enjoy it.
I didn't get it.
I like the tie-dye backgrounds, too.
Yeah. So I have that one for Dawn. I have the swamp for me and the other Dawn.
You had the swirly going for your 2. You said guest, and there's 2 guests. So I wonder if maybe you should add an S if you can, but you probably can't. And
edit y'all. Mama G, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
I can't sing.
To you.
Take it away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mama G. Happy birthday to you and many.
Oh, it's Saturday. Well, happy birthday Saturday.
All right.
So, see Scarlett's spreading rumors. Was it Scarlett?
Yes. You made me say.
Well, we won't be here Saturday, so happy birthday.
That's true.
So, so you think I should change
just to put an S on the end of guests, maybe? Or are you only have guest or 2?
We have 2. It was Kim Adopted Retrospects, and you are going to be on this week.
You say featuring you, and guest. It was just a T, and there's 2. That's the only thing I would change.
Okay. All right. Well, I might not be able to change it by tomorrow, but next one I will. And Yvonne, I'll call you about November, hon. So I'm booked through November.
So Mama G, do you have auctions on at night? Is that when your auctions are? Because I see occasionally. I see that you have. I'm a member of one of your groups on one of the social media things, and I see that you do. She says it's not worth fixing. I probably not.
Suzy is so technical. She said yes.
On at night.
No, I can't make night auctions. I'm so sleepy.
It's very hard for me. And my husband says, you're turning into a vampire. I don't get to see you. You don't watch TV with me. He enjoyed it. I gave him like about 6 months of undivided attention.
They're still on their honeymoon, y'all.
And then I was like, I got to try to make money, honey.
Now, Garrett likes it when I do stuff because then I'm not bothering him.
Oh, well, mine hates it, actually.
Oh, you're back. What kind of pup you got, Carol?
Yeah, tell us.
Tell us. So then
she showed the intro to her Dawn's to the Deals of the Dawn show that she's taking over on her channel tomorrow at 2:00 Eastern.
1:00 Central, so it's earlier for me. But
I spoiled them.
Yeah, you did spoil them. They still on their honeymoon, y'all. Did y'all make it? No, y'all didn't make a year yet.
He wasn't living with me until we actually got married, and he actually left me.
Then he still wasn't living with her.
Was the first night of our marriage? When was it that he left? He spent the first night, like the day of our wedding, he spent here. But the second day he left, and he goes, "Well, I have work the next day." I said, "You're done." I go, "I married you."
I remember he would bring the overnight bag.
I want to tell you, he's still to this day. I have not really made room for him here, so he's fixing up his house for sale, and we are going to sell this house and live in a neutral house. By the time this happens, hopefully I will be still in my 60s and not in my 70s. Anyway, this is so sad. So he doesn't come with he just comes in new clothes. He takes a shower and comes here with like fresh clothes.
Oh, okay.
It's sad.
He's a Yorkie named Bentley. He's 12 years old and still acts like a puppy. And Mara
Hey.
said it's Marty's birthday.
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday, Marty. Should we sing? Is she there listening?
Well, I can't sing, but you can sing, and I'll jump in on Marty.
Because I don't want to sing unless she's listening.
Is Marty listening? Because Suzy's going to sing to her.
I'll sing.
Well, you can sing, and she can go back and let Marty listen.
Okay. Marty, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
to you. Happy birthday,
dear Marty. Happy birthday
to you. I sing it faster than all y'all, I guess. And that's why we are. Oh, she said, just a minute. Now you got to do it. Yes, Suzy can sing. I can't. So.
She's just teasing us. Oh, no.
Oh, who has a palm tree? You have a palm tree, Pearl?
A palm tree? Oh, nice.
I just ran out of coffee. I ran out of Coke.
Palm combo dogs are so cute. I love the palm combo dogs. We saw some.
Precious is a half palm, half Maltese.
I know, they're so
cute.
They
heard you, she said.
Okay.
Aw.
Good.
Right. I think it should be a faster beat, but they all go slow. So then I'm ahead of them. You should have heard me, Suzy, and Nana singing happy birthday to somebody. It sounded like a bunch of, I don't know. They sounded good. I can't sing. So.
When I sing, I sound like I'm drowning cats or something. But people say like I could kind of carry a tune, but it might be like flat or.
All right. I'm going to disappear for a second because I need a Coke.
It's out of tune, but I can hold the note.
I need a Coke. I'll be back.
And
I won't fall.
That's the truth. That's the truth, Ruth. Let's look at her shelves while she's gone. Let's be nosy. It looks so neat now, Dawn. We can actually see what you have. Oh, look, there's bills and palm cheese. I wanted a little dog that I could hug and play with, and instead.
Ooh,
I got Norton, and he was so little when I got him. He was such a little baby. You gotta go. Bye, Norma. Take care.
Bye, Norma. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Look at my baby.
I gotta make y'all laugh.
There's my little dog, my little 80-pounder.
Oh, he's still being good. I went in there to get my drinks, and Thomas is snoring. So thank God the dogs are good. But so last night I was going to bed. And I told Garrett, hand me the drink next to my bed. Oh, look, now she's here. And then I had 2 more in my purse. So they were laughing at me. So I'll just finish these 2. Come here.
Where's my purse? I think I had 1.5.
Look at my other baby.
Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
She has a sheep that she thinks is
not a sheep.
I want a sheep.
Oh, my baby.
Oh, little lamb.
She's not being good. This is Bella.
She's got a
standard poodle who needs to be cut, so she looks like a doodle, but she's not a doodle.
She looks like a lamb.
It's Coke Zero.
I have Cokes and Pepsis laying around here. She's a poodle. I know she's a poodle. Oh, look at that. I bet you could.
She thinks I have food. So she's going to come in here. She's going to smell my breath to make sure I wasn't eating. Look, she's smelling my computer to make sure there's no food.
She's like,
going, you're going to give me a kiss? Okay, you ready to go now?
Norton smells everybody. Oh, hey, what are you doing? If it involved food, I want to get in on it.
Right. All right, Bella. I have no food in here, honey. Go back.
There's something living under the deck, by the way, and I think it's a skunk. And my animals are very interested in it, and it's not a good idea for them to be that interested in a skunk, if you ask me.
I will know.
They have been squirted before, and let me tell you, that's pretty horrible.
Mama G, I am from the middle, South Louisiana. I am
Yes, you
between
are.
Baton Rouge and and New Orleans. Yeah. So I'm about 45 minutes either way. So, but I go like it's next door, so it doesn't bother me.
But where were you born exactly? Were you born in your town?
The next town over.
I was born in Manhattan, in New York City,
Hmm.
and
So,
they they were asking me recently, like, where was I born? And I said New York. And then I go, should I say New York City? And then I realized these are all security questions, and I kept changing my mind on what to put. And then
I know, right?
like, oh, I'm not going to remember now what I actually said.
That's why I hate those things they go, oh, where are you from? And it's like, oh, what was your maiden name? And all these people are filling this out. So Mama G says she was born, oh, you were born in Nola and lived in Lacombe until 16, then to
Oh,
Hammond. Cool. My vet's
cool.
in Hammond. So cool. I like to meet people who are from here. I can't remember who said they were from here. Somebody that bought something from me. Who was it? I don't know why. I know Robin By was from here, but now she's in Mississippi, I think. But so I know Angie, her son is from Prairieville, which is the area my sister lives in. But somebody else lives in Prairieville, and I can't remember who it was. And um right, exactly, Pearl. And I'm like, why are these people giving this information out?
Jordan was born in Astoria, New York. So I was raised in the Bronx. So we probably sound similar, I would guess.
Yeah, when we go on vacation, a lot of people say we sound like we're from New York, from the Bronx. So
no, you don't
it
sound
was
like
a fleur de lis.
you sound like New York, but not. Some people sound like New York, but not the Bronx. I know what the Bronx sounds like, and it's not that.
Right, Pearl. I know. It was the fleur de lis. I saw it and have some too. I don't know who.
I was raised in the Bronx.
Cool.
If you can be raised there, it's more like it's the hard streets that raise you.
The hard streets. Well, I don't know. We'll see about that, but
Yeah, but
we don't have very many hard streets.
Our parents used to send us out to play, and they'd say, "When the street lights come on, you go home." So
exactly. Can't do that.
They said, "I don't want to."
Now you got to give your kids phones to make sure they're safe. And
we were joking around. We were saying it's at the point now where dogs get phones, but
I know, right? Well, Sean used to sleep at the little boy's house across the street. And he's so funny because he would still sleep with us. He slept with us until he was 12. But so one night he went sleep over and he got in the bed with the grandparents to the little boy. And she's like, we just pushed over, let him in. But he, at 3:00 in the morning, he would come home. Like he'd cross through the yards. And I was afraid. So I would have to give him a phone so he can call me and say, I'm coming home and I have the door open. Or like when he'd walk around the street to go to James's house, it was like, oh, crazy. So he had a phone when he was young. My other kids were like, he didn't give us a phone. But, it was different. It's different. But yeah, exactly, Pearl. Crazy, crazy. So tell us about, I've never been on Kim's channel. So tell me about that.
Oh yeah, people on you. I know people who look you up by your addresses, but like honestly, it's that thing is available for almost everybody in general. Like once you sort of know somebody's name, you could kind of see where. But the thing is now, I never really expected satellite imagery to come into effect.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at real estate now, and we're not even in the same state, so we utilize those.
No, what are you doing?
We utilize those satellite imagery so we can see what the yards look like and how close they are to train tracks or streams and rivers and highways. It's kind of handy. And we're not being nosy. Well, we are being nosy because we're thinking about buying property. But yeah, people look us up. And just because you look me up and you see that my house was expensive, it's just because houses are expensive in New Jersey and in New York or in my area. My general area, it's just very pricey. I'm not rich at all. My house is falling apart. But like, I was actually pissed off that my neighbor across the street, who has a better house than me, is asking about what I wanted to list my house for. I was pissed off. I'm like, dang, now I have to take off like 20 grand.
I'm trying to see what she's looking at. I think she saw a dog toy, but I can't find it now.
Like I said, people who have seen the imagery of the Google image, it's not what my house really looks like at all.
Right.
How many people live in your house and how? Yeah, but Pearl.
Ask them if they're writing a book. Move, Bella. Move. It's crazy.
Right. Things are, I mean, people wonder about how can you live on hardly any money and live in a house? And I mean, it wouldn't have happened if my parents didn't have a co-op in New York City that, I turned into my domicile. It just turned into that. I would not have had that. I would have had a tin can on the side of the road, almost kind of house. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City. It was a co-op, and it was very reasonable back in the day because I just was paying it was very low for New York City, but I had been living there a very, very, very long time, and I got it when it was reasonable. Mm-hmm. But if I wanted to move back into my apartment, I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's insane. Yeah, there's a lot of, even in the middle of nowhere now, there are houses that are, I look at them and I go, why is that house it's like $500 million? And I'm like, how is that affordable?
Go.
No, it's not $500 million. I'm sorry. $500,000 is what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen multi-million-dollar houses in the area, and I also wonder, sometimes I peek at them on the real estate because I'm looking in the area and I see a $13 million house, and I say, why is that house worth $13 million? And then sometimes I go, well, okay, it's worth it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really worth it, but it's priced.
I guess, they know where we're from, so I guess they could look us up, but I have a post office box, so my address.
People with seriously flooded out houses that have the roofs caved in and no kitchens at all, and all the walls are caved in, and they're $300,000 because it's just the area around here is very expensive. It's insane. And I guess because people commute to Manhattan, they feel it's worth it. I don't know. At this point, I want to get my money back for what I put in, but fingers crossed. And
move. What are you after? You want this?
Yeah, the other day I was talking to somebody and they did say oh, I see your house. Right. And I didn't mean you see my house. She goes, oh, I'm looking on Google. Just put your address. I'm like, okay. So it can happen.
Come on. Bella doesn't want to go away.
I don't know. It's people are just by nature curious in general about things, and sometimes it's interesting. We watch these real estate shows, and you see how they fix them up.
I know, right?
Somebody was telling me the other day that they said they put $50,000 into a house, and then it appraised for $75,000 more, so they made $25,000. And so we're kind of hoping that happens with Tony's house. So when he puts his 50 grand into the house, he's hoping he can get 100 grand because his house was very dilapidated. But there's no way I can avoid people knowing my address if I want them to send me stuff, unless I had a PO box, and I don't have one.
Yeah, we have a PO box.
Maybe in my next life.
We used to not be able to get mail. house to house. We had to have a P.O. box.
Mama
Bye, Mama
Tuesday
G. Thanks for
says,
coming.
hey, thanks for coming. Nice
So
to see you.
tomorrow at 2:00, but I'll send it to you. Thanks. Right. Yeah. Nosy ass people. Right. Right, Pearl.
We looked at, there was a house that I really thought was beautiful. It really made my heart sing when I looked at it, and it was over 100 years by many years, and it was fixed up really like a museum almost. And it was stone on the outside, and I always love a stone house. And I was looking at it, and I said, "Oh, Tony, this is so nice." And he's looking at it very carefully. And we then we're looking, and we said, "We don't see a driveway. How does this work?" And the municipal building for the town was right next door, and you would have to drive through their parking lot to get to your property. And I thought, I don't know if I like that. And then there was a community park around the other side of it. And he said, I don't want people scaling the fence and being in our business. And there was a tennis court like within a little bit of the house. And, you will hear people like playing games all weekend long. I don't know. The satellite imagery kind of helps you make a decision that, paying $500,000 for a house and we couldn't afford the $500,000, but it was just like, if we sold both our houses, there's a potential that we could get a really nice house. But we don't want to live. We don't want to live like, in a place that's inappropriate. I'm a little worried because we look at farmland adjacent houses, and I'm curious that they're not.
I'm gonna turn my mic off a second.
What if they're crop dusting? And what if, if they're an organic farm, it'd be fine. But like, what if? And you're sitting out by your grill, and then a plane comes by and drops some pesticide over your head. That would be a little frightening. So I wonder about that. One of the houses we really liked is farm adjacent on 2 parts of the parcel. And it was sold in February, and now it's for sale again for less money. And he said, why wouldn't they at least ask for what they paid? And I said, I don't know. It's seasoning for free. Well, I mean, I was thinking maybe all the bugs.
Hey, Harry.
I think maybe all the bugs less bugs would be in my yard, which it would be okay with me in a way. I mean, I know that there's a certain amount of insects you need to keep the world going, but honestly, if there were less mosquitoes, I wouldn't be that upset about it. That's for sure. I know they crop dust for mosquitoes, though.
I know our mosquitoes will carry you away. They're so
big.
I
mean, there were like whatever it looked almost like tobacco on one side. It was like right up against our fence.
Bobby, she said, so Pearl, this means you won't give me information if I ask for it. Oh God. Really, Pearl? Is that sell or home?
Oh, she smells the poop. All right. Maybe that's bad. Maybe when they fertilize it stinks. When I went to when I was in college, I got to go to Holland, and they were fertilizing all the tulip fields. I didn't get to see any tulips, but I got to smell a lot of poop. It was pretty stinky. It was bad.
Oh my God. Pearl said, F no, Bobby.
Well, Pearl.
Oh, no landline. Yeah, we got rid of our landline so long ago. But, some people still have them.
Ask you, I mean, my house looks a lot better from that little squished image than it does in reality. I mean, like, you don't see the chip paint on the, on everything. We just had, I was so embarrassed by my storm door recently. I just got a new one because I bought one on Marketplace, but it was so dilapidated looking that I was like thinking, I'm bringing down the whole real estate value of the neighborhood if people look at my stuff.
You ought to see mine. We have, don't laugh. We have a mosquito truck that passes down all the streets at night. Good. So it's like, but they will turn it off if somebody's outside, so if you're outside, you have, your area doesn't get sprayed. But it makes you wonder what's in it. How safe is it? Because you can hear the little humming of the machine coming around. Because yeah, we do have mosquitoes that will carry you away.
I drove behind one of those machines once,
Exactly, Pearl.
trying to find a place where we were staying. And I didn't even know what it was. I was like, I saw lights and then like spray going everywhere. I was like, what's that? It looks like
Yeah,
something from a horror movie.
they have this little spray on the back of the truck, and it just puts out this big. I don't know that. I think they just feed them.
You would think that I got so many mosquito bites that next day, so it didn't
Mhm.
work. Whatever it
Yeah, well,
was.
they tell you not to, check around your house, make sure you don't have any standing water and containers or whatever, you know. But oh,
I
the mosquitoes are
I
so bad.
I do have a bird bath, and we dump it out every once in a while. But one day it was really hot here, and I saw all these birds like waiting their turn to jump into it, and I felt bad, like getting rid of the water. And I'm like, what's the point of having a bird bath if you can't have a bird bath?
True. Well, yeah, true. But if the birds, I don't know, splashing around in it, I guess it's not just standing water, you know. Exactly, Pearl. Crazy world out there.
You know, I don't know. I imagine that if someone was really determined to find me, they could. I mean, but that's for anything. I mean, people that work in the local banks, they ask you for your address to send your statements. It happens everywhere. I mean, so I
Oh,
don't.
wow.
I really wouldn't think that. I don't know how it would work, but I'm a little bit more concerned with there are people who have bleeding hearts and they let some people come to do work on their houses. And I'm afraid that some of the transit people who they let work on their house are probably a little more sketchy
Hmm.
than people who are your neighbors, but you just never know. I mean,
You don't.
when I
There
lived
was
in
a guy
the
here
neighborhood,
who lived like a mile away from us, killed his whole family.
yeah,
Stayed in the house 2 days with him before he turned himself in. You
yikes.
just don't know who your neighbors are.
One of my neighbors from like within a mile of my house, he said that there was an intruder and he shot him, and I think he actually ended up going to jail because I don't think that there was a murder and it was that guy, and I don't think he proved his side of the story so well.
Right.
So it's not a sad old joke, but someone says if someone's trying to break in your house, don't shoot them on your stoop, wait till they break in before you shoot them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Oh, God.
if they're outside, you'll go to jail. If they're inside, you might get off. So
Wow.
that's sad. Sad.
We just, in New Orleans, there was a man who just got
Wait.
acquitted.
Who's saying I don't do online dates? I met my husband
Oh,
online.
I think she was just being hypothetical, she
Oh,
said.
okay.
My son found his wife on a online dating app, and no, they're together. They're happy.
She said the mosquitoes are like pterodactyls and they'll carry you away to feed their babies.
Yes.
I am I am the number one food source for every mosquito in my neighborhood, and people who come hang out with me so that they don't have to put the bug spray on because I am the one they choose. I have I just go outside
You
to
must
like
put off some certain pheromones that they like.
it's beyond belief. I mean, I'll go out for 2 seconds. I'll walk from my door 3 feet to the bug spray that I used to keep on my table outside. And as I'm spraying myself, I see the mosquitoes on me. They love me.
Wait, do y'all watch Naked and Afraid? This
No.
guy was saying, he said, the worst place that, like, he's been in multiple places. He's like one of the more regulars. He said the worst place was in the Louisiana swamp. He said the mosquitoes was so bad between the mosquitoes, the water moccasins, and the alligators. He said
Oh,
that
no.
was the worst place.
Oh, no. Well, I happen to have the very back end of my property is damp. It like holds water after rains. I mean, I have a long, it's not that long, but it's like
Right.
long. And behind my house, there's a ditch
Right.
and there's a drain a couple houses down. But you know, they always say, "Oh, if there's a storm of the century, your property could flood." Well, you know, we've had 3 of those storms already in the last
Right.
17 years. But so my house attracts mosquitoes. It attracts and lightning bugs. I heard like fireflies are they're attracted by damp, and if you have a lot of bug activity, they'll come and settle in your property. And up until this year, it used to be like boom, boom, like it
I
was
know,
like
right?
neon lights.
Oh. It's like, Jane, do I know you? You know, the only reason why I want to know where people are from, and I don't want to know the address. I just want to know where they're from because I like knowing that there's other people around me.
You do?
I do.
I mean,
Like,
look,
I'd like to do like not a meetup, like over the weekend meetup, but I'd like to go shopping with some people. It'll get you, huh? You and Suzy.
Do you have O positive blood? I have O positive blood, and I heard that mosquitoes are the most attracted to O positive. So I don't know. My husband, I think, has the same blood, and they still come to me. I mean, he gets mosquito bites, but he doesn't get swollen up. There are people who are extra allergic to mosquito bites, and for me, I also get gnat bites, and they're very itchy and painful for me.
Yeah. Well, my husband is O negative, but he doesn't get
I don't want people coming here, but I'll meet you at the diner.
Right. No. Like, I want to set up I'd like to set up a shopping trip one day to
that would be fun.
The people here. That would be fun. Like, take a ride to the bins or, you know, have lunch, do something fun.
That would be a lot of fun. Oh, see, look at this. On my phone, it says there was a problem with the chat. This is happening a lot.
I don't know. I didn't check mine.
Server 503.
You know, for a while, was it last week? I would make a comment and it would disappear. It was crazy.
What are we applying about you? Who?
Oh, I think Pearl and Jane are talking to each other.
You know, sometimes when people ask for your address, something nice might happen. You might get a gift in the mail. And then she's like, well, and I'm like, okay.
I like gifts. I'm not going to, you know.
Yeah, I'll be like, you want to send me something? That's fine with me.
I like sending you stuff.
Do we only have 3 thumbs up? People.
Oh my God, y'all, put the thumbs up. We only got 3.
I just put 1 in, so there's 4.
Oh, okay.
Jane has no clue. I'm curious how, like I said, one of my favorite photographers was living in Saskatchewan, and she used to drive out to the area where they would have these like very flat areas, and then they'd all of a sudden have like a grain. I think it's called a grain elevator or something, and it would. And they looked abandoned, and she would take these fantastic shots, and occasionally she'll have somebody like dancing in the background. Yeah. But usually it was just of this like, I love kind of shots of decrepitude or like vast emptiness, like something different from what I'm used to the city where you can't get any space. You got to kind of like elbow your way in. If you were going into the subway when I was young, it would be like you would almost have to walk like with your hands in front of you to like kind of part the people. What is she saying? She got stung by a wasp.
Oh, Jane, I don't think she's talking about you, hon. Somebody had done that to her in the past. It was bad.
Aw.
Carol says she doesn't know what blood type she is, but she got stung by 3 wasps last 3 weeks. By a wasp 3 weeks ago. It still bothers her. Stung my stomach. Oh, wow. We always used to get attacked by the horseflies. Now, tell me y'all don't call them horseflies.
We call them horseflies.
Okay.
I got stung by one once. I was going, but I was in Massachusetts. I remember going to get, somebody had a stand with their homemade jelly, and they had an honor box to put money in. And I thought, wow, that's so.
We have a couple like that. It's amazing that people still.
Yeah. And I went to go get it, and as I'm walking up the pathway, that I saw a fly land on me, and then it stung me, and I started to bleed. And I'm like, wow.
Right. Oh my God. We have a couple of those honor little boxes. It makes me crazy that they still do it because so many, but I guess maybe they have, more honest people out there that just put their little money in the box and take their little one honey that they paid for or two or whatever.
Yeah, well, I would like to do that with a yard sale, but I'm afraid I'll go out and I won't even have a
Somebody
table.
did that and they said, put what you think it's worth in a box. And he said he actually got more money for things that he would get less and less money for the things he thought he would get more. And it all worked out.
Oh, that would all work out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm scared that people will pull up with a truck and take my tables. I'd be like, everything's for
Right.
sale.
Susie, I want some of your key lime pie.
You're welcome to a huge bowl of it because I didn't put it in a shell.
I love
But
that stuff.
I froze it and it stayed not frozen, which was interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't think it freezes.
It was good though. It was still like very cold and nice.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Anybody make that with the Cool Whip and the condensed milk and like normally I would use like the frozen juice in a can and mix that up. So good.
I used key lime juice.
Juice. Yeah, I've done that too with lemon.
Not just
but then I
lime
always put like a drop of the color, like either green or yellow, depending on what flavor, so you can kind of,
I didn't put any color, but I did put a pinch of salt, which you say it's
I knew you were.
Yeah.
Did you add any of your good vanilla? I don't usually add vanilla to it.
I didn't add vanilla. I just added what you said, except for the pinch of salt, and it came out good. It was fine. It was nice, very refreshing. After you walk around in the humid.
I tell you what, as sweet as that is, to me you'd have to put the whole box of salt to change the taste of it.
Well, I think mine didn't. I put a lot of extra. I put almost twice the lime juice and a lot of the Cool Whip. It didn't taste super sweet to me.
Yeah. Powerball winner from California. Oh, the little town over, somebody won $10,000 from one of our little local stores. And then 3 people won $100,000 in Louisiana.
Nice.
Go Louisiana.
Well, one of my neighbors, who I think she's passed away, but she used to play the scratch offs and she used to win. She had won like 3 times, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I mean, like 30 grand, 10 grand, but honestly, that's pretty good.
Oh my God, Carol, you got to play to win. I don't play. When we used to work together, we would all put in and the girl would go buy tickets and she'd make photocopies of all the tickets and give to everybody. My husband and them did that at work too, but they don't do it anymore. But then I'm like, so I told him, I said, it's good to make copies because that way, if you bought a personal ticket, they can't say you swapped or something, So I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, I haven't won anything on those Mega Million things. We had some scratch offs. I had a friend who in New York liked to play them, and she asked me for some money, and she said, "Let's pool our money." And she was sick at the time, so I think the one that I picked got like $20, and we got a free ticket. So she was happy that we got
my brother-in-law usually, like, my husband is one of 14 and he would give everybody a lottery ticket for Christmas, so it was kind of fun.
That is fun. I think it would be fun to give a scratch off, but I know somebody who said if I gave my mailman a scratch off ticket as like a little bit of a tip or something, a Christmas bonus, if he won, I'd be upset it wasn't me. And I said, then don't do it then. That's it.
That's funny. Oh my God. That is too funny.
There were some people, there was a reseller on here. I don't see her around anymore. And she used to say, if you buy a lot of jewelry for me and there's sterling in it or diamonds or gold, don't tell me because I'll be upset.
Right. Oh Lord, it's already 11 here, 12 your time. I got to go get my packages mailed.
Yeah, it's 11:59. I'm expecting a package. I succumbed to the Goodwill, whatever they call it, thrift box. It went up in price like about $20 since the last time I bought it. But I'm curious and I'm going to open it. I should probably, do you want to see it live? It's just a question because I could do it live. Would you
And
like
it's
an
what?
I bought like one of those blue box, the Goodwill blue box things.
Yeah, let's do that next week when you change. Oh, you already opened it?
Oh, you think I could wait 2 weeks to open it?
I mean, no, next week.
You
Not
can
2
have it
weeks.
this afternoon if you want me to open it. But
Bye, yarn again.
Bye. Whoever's leaving. Yarn again. Take care. I mean, like, if I'm going to open it, it's going to be this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
If I get it. I mean, if I get it this evening, I won't. I could do it tomorrow. But I don't know when. I'm too busy tomorrow.
I know. Maybe
Why?
later this evening we could. Or you could
Yeah.
alone. Or you can make a video that you upload.
That would be harder. But I could. I
have to go mail my packages in Laplace, and then I have to backtrack and go to Santa Monica to my booth.
Oh,
you
have to go to the church.
I'm going to fluff my booth, and I might take a video because I didn't do one in a while. So I have to go.
Funny word. It doesn't. Fluff is so different.
Well, they just mean, bye, Cheryl.
I know what you
they
mean.
just mean like
to make it pretty.
Yeah, like move things around, add things, take things. Because you gotta. If you don't. You can take that same item, move it to a different area, and somebody will notice it or they think it's something new and they'll buy it. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, if I get my box of goodies, hopefully they're goodies. Let's cross fingers. And
Girl, I was wondering what you said. I was like, have a good day. Pearl's abbreviation. Too funny. Oh my God.
I after our last week, I just want to say this really quickly. I did, because I said I don't know who the niche lady is, so I looked her up, and now I'm being haunted by all these like she does those like O faces.
I know.
Every day they want me to like open up one of her videos.
I know. I don't like clickbait. That's all I'm gonna say. That could be a subject for next week. Or wait, Commonwealth Picker, he did this lady harass. I forget what it was. Like somebody was harassing him. It was his wife playing around with him. Like she went thrifting with him. I just gave away his clickbait. I'm sorry. I love him. He's funny.
I don't really, I don't like love clickbait, but I think sometimes people do feel like they are giving up YouTube and then they change their mind really quickly.
Right.
Which makes by the time you see the video.
I mean, sometimes it's fun, but some people do it all the time. And I don't like that. So unfortunately, I had to close my booth. Life is just too much right now. I understand that, Carol. I try to go once a week, and as long as I'm making my rent, I'm good. Like last week, I made 100 over, so I'm good with that. But I don't like to.
No, well, you're not.
I wish I could go more, but it's 30 minutes away.
I want to tell you something. Somebody was actually viewing it like an opportunity to make money, but it's like it's a storage for me too because I get to put my excess stuff out. And I thought, okay, that's true. I mean, you're not going to make any money just having a storage place.
Right. So, but I have like about a 10 by 10 booth, and I got so much stuff in it that I don't know. I can't put more. I wish I could put more. But if you put too much, then it's too crowded and people can't get in. So I try to rotate stuff. Take stuff out.
When you had like an 8-foot booth or a 5-foot booth?
No, I had that 8x4, and that was horrible because you couldn't walk in it. So Sabrina just took over that booth, my mom's neighbor. And so I mean, I'm doing reselling full time because I can't work anymore, so that's why I do it. But so Jane says she's just doing it part time. It comes
Now we
as she retires. She'll have more time. Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know. The auctions are, yeah, I've been listing and my eBay store is still dead. So I guess I need to list even more. But it's hard. And when you do more auctions, it's hard to find time to list. But I do need to make a schedule. Like, I know Johnny always talks about blocking out your schedule. And I'm going to try that. And
it's hard for people with chronic fatigue and chronic pain
it
to block
is.
out time because that time might be
Right.
not the right time. So it's hard. It's hard.
Right.
Yes.
It does take a lot of time fluffing and sourcing. She had two booths for a while. The one I'm at, some people have multiple nooks or spots or areas in that place. So I was thinking about maybe getting a wall space for like maybe $45 because I pay 170 for my space. It's about 10 by 10. And I'm in a good area because when you first turn that corner, I'm at the end right before you turn to go to the back section. But there's a girl in the back who sells like 900 a month. So I
That's
try to do
fantastic.
smalls and I try to do bigs. I do really well when I sell a piece of furniture, but right now pretty much I have is baker's racks in there. I mean, I do have a high price tag because
You need it for your display.
yeah. So if you put a higher price, but sometimes they still buy them. I don't know. But anyway, so I got to do that. Hey guys, Dawn and Mary's on right now on Two Hip Chicks for their chit chat today, and I got to go mail one eBay package, but I have to go mail do my billing for my
Come and say
auction
goodbye.
from last night.
Come and say
On
goodbye. Come and say goodbye.
I know. Yeah, and I do a lot. Like I take my mom places, I take my sister-in-law places because neither one drives. So I put them on the schedule on Wednesdays. I try to keep to that since I'm doing more. But
Let's
sometimes
Jane about the Etsy. How's Etsy going? Is it okay? I want to know. I never tried Etsy.
I don't know. Oh, we know, Pearl. We know. But all right, Jane. So everybody have
All
a
right. You
blessed day.
have a great day. And I hope you
Everybody.
all have good health and good mental health, physical health, and a lot of sales. If
I
that's,
know, right? Wait, so like Ella, she says, I hope God blesses everybody's pockets.
she said like tenfold or something. Yeah. That would be
I know, it's funny. But anyway, gotta run.
Take
Toodaloo.
care.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a good day. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
And